Hey, everybody. How we doing? I love a Sunday. The vibe's totally different. It really is. And as you might have noticed, Sam and I, we've got a little bit of colour in our face. We have. Not because we've been jogging or down the gym or anything like that. That'd be insane on a Sunday, that would be. It's because it's actually really lovely and warm here in the UK at the moment. It's actually perfect. It really is. Cool evenings. So everyone can sleep better and stuff like that. And then, of course, we've got a lovely warm day. It's perfect. We're in a bit of a mini heat wave. It's about 4 days, folks, where it's about 23 degrees. Unheard of in this country, that is. But anyway, here we are. Of course, today, folks, I'm going to be building this, the T-6 shuttle. That's what I'm going to be doing. I've done no pre-building already, so I'm hoping to get this done in 3 hours. Straight after this stream, the brick bods will be on. Hopefully they'll be on time because I know they're a few miles away. Actually, they're in Swindon. Of course, they're based in Southampton. So anyway, I might have to string it out a little bit longer. But anyway, I've got to get building pretty pronto, which is often the theme for me. Sam's with me today. This is the first time Sam's actually ever done a London Eye with me. He's been on many a London calling. But yeah, good to have you here, Sam. How you doing and what are you building?
I'm very well. I'm excited for a different style. I'm building a very on theme, seeing that it's Halloween. I'm building the Christmas set.
Love it.
The Millennium Falcon holiday diorama.
At least it's Star Wars anyway. Every time
I was tempted to to get a Harry Potter set.
Oh, I tell you, right? What
really
is it? Well, Rosie, right? He goes. I'm sure he goes out of his way. If I'm doing a Star Wars, he'll do Harry Potter. If I'm doing Harry Potter, he'll do Star Wars. Or if he's going right left field, he'll build a bit of Concord on it. At least he'll try anyway. But anyway, yeah. So that's what I'm building. The only thing I have pre-built, folks, is the minifigures because I was really excited. I was too excited. Plus, as well, I kind of. Between you and me, Sam, I actually thought I was streaming at 5. I got ready for 5, and I was like, "What am I doing? I don't start for another half hour yet." So I thought I'm going to build the figures. So I did, and this is what they look like, folks. There we go. They're really good. It's not a bad Lego piece I got them on as well. Do you remember those? So they were a thing. But there they are. They are beautiful figures. I love a bit of Hugh Yang. Which do you know, I'm not even that bothered about the colour on them, to be honest.
I'm not either. I quite like it in town, yeah. Yeah,
and to be honest, right, his armour or his skin, whichever way you want to look at it, is a droid after all, folks. It is quite reflective anyway, so sometimes it actually does come across as being quite kind of beige. It really does. AHSOKA looks good. This is kind of my third version of her. You got Sabine Wren as well. I haven't given her the lightsaber. Of course, she has got one, and she's quite the Force user now. She is. She went from like 0 to hero in a matter of seconds. But we'll talk a bit about that. This was the most talked about character for the first 2 episodes, and that's just basically the waste of time. It was a complete waste of time. I was watching. I watched one review back today that complained that he came with a black head, and I thought, well, there you go. That's what you get for reviewing it before the program came out.
Yeah.
You can see why they did it now. The only thing I would say that would make that better is if he was actually green, that head.
A green head. Yeah.
I think a green head would have been much more in keeping. But otherwise, what can I say, folks? The figures, they're awesome. They really are. And this guy, even though he's not a part of the Lego castle, I'm sure as eggs are eggs that we're going to see a lot of people using that as some sort of Dark Knight or something fun like that. But anyway, there's the figures. And I'm pretty excited to be here because it feels like a while since I've done well, it's been at least 3 weeks since I've done one. I didn't do any for about 3 or 4 months, and then I built Diagon Alley, and then I built Gringotts. So that was a proper full-on 6 weeks of doing about 3 streams a week, and then of course I buggered off to Spain for a week or so, and that was lovely. So here I am again, you lovely lot. Anyway, talking about you lovely lot, do us a favour, give the stream a thumbs up. If you want to check out who Sam Smith, not that Sam Smith. If you want to check out who he is, then check out the details below, folks. Gaza, aka Minifig Who, he'll be with us shortly. He's been displaying at Steam today. That's not Steam as in something hot, wet, and wobbly that comes out of a kettle. We're talking about the show Steam. So he's going to be with us hopefully about an hour, maybe an hour and a half. But like I say, folks, we're like the prequel to the Brick Pods that will be on later on tonight. With that, no further ado, before I start building, let's say hello to a couple of people out there. Static Gate for a start. Hello there. Good to see you, Static. We've got Big A-holes out there as well. Happy Sunday. They too have got the shuttle to build. Redmond's out there as well, saying hi all. Good to see you, Redmond. Madlib as well. Good to see you, Madlib. Always great to have you here, my friend. Mayo's out there too. Mayo must be, is it fairly early where you are over there in down under? Trevor's videos out there. Says hello everyone. Hope you all have a top weekend. Boom, boom, boom. Great to have you here, Trevor. It really is. Sadix is saying hi to you as well, Sam, which is lovely. We got Scotty as well. Scotty, great to see you here. Hope your weekend has been okay, my friend. Definitely had my thoughts with your family these last week or so. Trevor's videos, he's saying, hey, there, not that Sam Smith. And we've got ACOB. We've got ACOB out there. We've got royalty out there, folks. Saying figures in this wave are all heaters. They are. And I got to be honest, right? My favorite character from Ahsoka, we will be chatting Ahsoka as well, folks, because let's face it, if you haven't watched it by now, what's the matter with you? It's my favorite character of the whole show was Balin, in all honesty. It really was. And also as well, ACOB saying afternoon gents, which is why I do need to get that other set. But I'll get it on a double VIP points thing, which is kind of happening in the next week or so, I believe. We watched the last episode last night, finally. Did you really? Guys, what did you think of it? We'll be chatting about it as well. I thought it was good. I didn't think we got as much of Balin, because all I kept thinking all the way through it was, where's Balin? What's Balin doing? Where's Balin? But I guess that scene, it kind of either sets
you got a whole 30 seconds.
Well, exactly. But it was, well, what a 30 seconds to analyze as well. It really was. Anyway, good to see you, ACOB, guys. Hope all is well with you. Looking forward to catching up with you, obviously, next year and maybe sometime sooner as well. But anyway, so I'm doing well because I finished bag 4 of the Galaxy Explorer on the Instagram live stream yesterday. I like that. Very specific, Mayo. I do like that. But yeah, Galaxy Explorer, great set. One of the sets that we timed, one of the great sets of this year, or rather, should say last year, that is retiring at the end of this year. I might even get another one because there are a couple of alternative builds to it. That said, I might not. I don't know. I probably will. Who knows? I tell you what I did buy today, though, Sam, because we're getting this, or at least what the rumors are suggesting. We're going to get like a natural history museum.
Oh yeah, for the next
2024 modular. And I know that's not necessarily your bag of fish and chips, but with that in mind, I never did buy it, and I was like, I'm in an R all the time until I actually saw it for real, and I was like, oh, do you know what? I'm going to buy it, and then this time I was like, yeah, I'll just get it. And that is the natural history, or kind of mini natural history museum. The dinosaurs, the fossils. That was the Lego idea set that came out a few years ago.
The ideas dinosaurs. Yeah,
it's not long been retired. It's not really much more than what the retail value was. But I tell you what, folks, they're disappearing very quickly. They really are. I got hold of a guy, bought it, and he said, "I'm really sorry, I've already sold it." I was like, "Well, that was useful. Thanks, mate." But anyway, sometimes I sort of suggest to them I'm going to review it. I always say, "Can you just make sure it's packaged well? Because I'm going to be reviewing it." Cheers, London Bridge Bricks. And then I do get the odd one that comes out and says, "Oh, actually, it's not as good as I thought it was. The condition and stuff like that." And I do sort of think, I do wonder about that. But anyway, that, like I say, folks, that's what I'm building. This is I don't know really, but it's about 230 pages. Comes with loads of parts. I better start making a start on it. I suppose pop it down there. I'm using the PDF, folks. So anyway, it's good because I've got poor eyesight, so I can zoom in on them. Actually, my eyesight's not that bad, but what can I say? Just makes it a bit easier. Let's throw that over there. Let's put that over there, and let's start building something. Don't go too fast as well, Sam. Blimey, your one's about 1/10.
I'm already here.
He's practically built it already. Yeah, the modular was confirmed. Yeah, indeed, it probably has, but until I see it, I don't believe it. But we'll see. Actually, Mayo, tell me who has confirmed it? I mean, let's face it. The rumors are generally right anyway, aren't they? They call them.
What do you reckon the chances are they release the museum and they put all the exhibits as gift with purchases a month after the
Oh yeah, they'll come out in
museums
February.
come out?
Yeah, it'll come out in February. That will. I mean, really, to be honest, it's a bit of a joke that they do that, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's kind of. I mean, I could understand it for year one. What was the first one they did that with? Taxi, wasn't it? It was the taxi to the.
Yeah, it was for the hotel.
And you sort of think, okay, well, end of COVID, distribution's a bit of a pain, I can imagine.
Mm-hmm.
And then they go and just do it in the next year, straight after that. And you sort of think, well, come on, are you taking the mickey or something, or what? But again, gift with purchases. I think this has been a banger year for gift with purchases, in all honesty. I really do. What about you, Sam?
Yeah. It has, yeah. And they've got another good one coming out quite soon, the next Disney one.
Yeah, is that the Steamboat Willie? Yeah, I agree. I've actually got Steamboat Willie to build, so I might build that just before that comes out as well. I sort of like, when sets have gone and you sort of think, well, I've bought it. You buy it back in the day. I think, oh, I'll find another time when I can build that.
Yeah.
And that's why I built Diagon Alley when I did, because it was in the build up to Gringotts coming out. So it kind of like, you could call it a bandwagon if you like, folks, but you'd be right. It is a bandwagon. You can't deny it, really. But anyway, what's Mayo saying? It goes. He says it was one of the news websites. I don't know which one, as I don't have to. I don't. What's the name of it? Everyone else ends up talking about it, so I don't have to. Yeah, that's the thing. I'm looking forward to seeing it though. Well, anyway, you know what will happen, what Lego generally do, and I do believe it's Lego that does it. I've got to be honest. They'll put out a dodgy picture. They'll run it through some sort of filter to make it look like they've done a bad picture. It's impossible to take bad pictures these days, folks. I don't know how they do it. It's got to be a filter, and then we'll wait and see. Unless, of course, we get someone from LAN who accidentally leaks it. But we'll wait and see. But we'll get it in due course. We'll probably find out. But at the end of the week, we'll probably have the pictures for it or something like that. That's what it'll be. What do you think, though? I mean, I know it's not necessarily your thing, but I can appreciate that being a decent modular to go for, though.
Yeah, I think the modulars are cool. I think, just because it's the only consistent building. Because with city stuff, the buildings aren't really the focus when they put a building. It's like a tiny 8x8 stack. Whereas modulars, you get the actual interesting details. I always like the weird pieces they put in to create the different banisters and things like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm always excited to see what they come out with a new modular. I almost definitely won't be buying it, but yeah, it'll be cool to see when it eventually does show
but it
up.
is a nice thing, isn't it, to have at the beginning of the year. That's basically it's the Lego symbolic resetting the year, isn't it?
The new modular,
yeah. I don't know, man. I mean, I'm kind of hoping for Christmas I might get the Venator. I'd like to get the Venator, and I'd like to build that between Christmas and the New Year. To be honest, it's a fab time of year to be doing stuff like that. Might do the odd live stream. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I've got an AT-AT up there with 4 legs hanging out. One of the Calyxes. So I'm sort of thinking, should I build that? Actually, do you know what? As a question, there's 20 of you out there. Do us a favor, give us a thumbs up. Come on, we've got 13 thumbs up. We could do better than that. And thank you, of course, to everybody for being here. We got Titanium out there as well. Titanium, great to see you, my friend. Thank you for the photos as well this week. And don't forget, folks, if you want to send me a picture, Mayo, if you want to send me some retro stuff, feel free to send it to DM me, folks. You know the deal. Or, of course, you can just email it to me if for better quality pictures at londonbridgebricks@gmail.com. Same for you, Trevor. I enjoy that segment so much. And if you want to send it to me now, the sooner the better, really, folks. It does help me out. It really does. But like I say, otherwise, just DM me when you fancy it. I'll send some more pictures later. Cheers, dude. And I like showing them off, and everyone gets a shout out then as well. Same to you, Sam. Sam, if you ever do any mocks or anything like that, just put it my way. Everyone gets a shout out, and kind of throws a little bit of the old light on people as well. And I get to see what they're up to as well as what's in the background, especially if they're high res pictures.
Yeah, I know.
Always like to have a little butchers what's going on and stuff like that. I'm not really sure what I'm building here. Just simply building I just feel like I'm just throwing some bits on an 8x8.
Yeah, I think that's what ends up being like when you flip up the hatch. That's the interior.
Flip up the hatch. I think when he talks dirty to me. But yeah, as so are you continuing on with the last time you was on? You were showing, and I got to be honest, Sam. Everyone loved it. Was the Stormtrooper.
The big Stormtrooper,
yeah. Building the big Stormtrooper. How's that going?
I'm still working on it. I can show you this. This is the main body of it currently.
Oh, it's genius. It's genius, isn't he, folks?
I have got the front plate that goes on top of it. I'm just trying to figure out how to connect them together. That's the battle. Yeah.
I know that's the battle, but that's also the fun of it as well, isn't it?
That is the fun, yeah. Because once you do figure it out, that's the really rewarding part.
Yeah. Sweet, man. Sweet. Loving that. Let's put that on there. A couple of bricks to go in there just before that. And have you heard anything from tech? Have we had any announcements yet from tech or anything like that? I've been thinking about it quite a lot this week.
I believe that we may have had an announcement from tech.
Good stuff. Good stuff. I genuinely haven't heard anything. So I know you
might want to message tech there.
Oh, okay, cool.
I don't want to give any spoilers.
No, don't give any spoilers out or anything like that. Not here. I just want to make sure he's okay and obviously.
He is all good. Yeah, he's all good.
All right, that's the main thing. All right, good stuff. Good stuff. I look forward to getting in touch with him then. But yeah, how's everyone else out there today? And what are you lot out there building as well? What's going down in your neck of the woods? Let us know. We're going to be around for a few hours, so just before the stream, I had to go back to the house. I was thinking, God, I'm actually starting to get a bit hungry. So a quick banana, Kit Kat, and a coffee. So that's all you need, folks. That's it as a meal. This is all the protein I need.
It's salad, yeah.
Salad, yeah.
No. I'm saying it's solid.
Oh, it's solid. I was going to say.
I don't need a salad.
Yeah, it's solid. It is. It's good for a quick pick me up, anyway.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, there's nothing worse than starting to feel hungry. And you think, oh God, I'm about to do a stream now. What we've got here? Titanium saying, just a heads up. Ninjago minifig parts for the Dragon's Rising wave are available online. Pap, I may have ordered a few things. Yeah, I tell you what, I have ordered a lot recently, and Jay, you definitely feel the love as well. Is some Blacktron stuff. Which is kind of exciting. So yeah, they're all available at the Pab. I'm gonna have to nick his thing. I tell you what I did do when I was in Spain. I came across a store that sold Lego.
Mm-hmm.
So what I did was I bought one of the new mechs because the new mechs are quite cheap, aren't they? Really.
The Ninjago ones or the Star Wars ones?
Oh, the Star Wars ones. I bought the Star Wars ones.
Which one did you get?
I bought Boba Fett. I couldn't help myself. I had to get Boba Fett because he's a good figure as well.
Yeah, that is probably the best mech of the three.
Yeah, and what was nice is that the color, the yellow of his shoulders and his knee joints, exactly the same color as my sunscreen that I was using when I was there. So I put that in the background. It kind of goes quite well with the pictures. Oh, yeah. Anyway, check it out on Instagram, folks. You'll see what I mean. So I did it. If anyone's thinking, oh, why did he put a sunscreen up there? Well, firstly, I'm on holiday, and secondly, the colors just were perfect. Titanium's loving a bit of Blacktron. You got to love a bit of Blacktron. Did somebody say Blacktron? I did. I love Blacktron. I really do. I love the logo. It's my favorite logo in Lego, I'd say. I just got a real... Yeah, I just really like it. Simple as that, really, folks. How about you, Sam? You got any love for any sort of retro Lego?
Yeah. I've been getting more into retro Lego for the past recently. Not so much like old retro stuff, but more like the 2000s era stuff, which is not retro by most people's standards.
No, but if you've got a set from say 2013,
mm-hmm.
which was arguably a very good year for Star Wars, that is quite a lot of people would say that is retro, because a lot of people that tune into our channels may not have even been born then, you know.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
So what specifically have you been sort of interested in and around all that?
Just like the old themes, like there's an old theme from 2002 which I've been getting into, and I made a little display for myself for it just here, called Life on Mars. It was an old space theme, and they had these really weird minifigures that uses a lot of the battle droid piece. They look like this.
Oh, good color.
Yeah, it's like the old turquoise, and they've got battle droid bodies and these weird like leg piece.
Oh, dude, that's a really weird head, but kind of cool at the same time.
I've got the collection of every single one of those that Lego's ever made. So there's 10 of them in total, and put them all in a little stand. So, yeah,
did you make the stand?
I made the stand as well.
You're loving it, aren't you? See, I can tell you're getting much more into the designer things, because you take something that's quite simple and then you'll add some greebling to it and make it a bit more your own. That's good, man. Yeah, that's good.
They're very, very funky.
Oh, Sam, that's really cool, man. Don't get me wrong, I do like the new gunship. I think the new gunship's all right. But I wanted something with turrets, and the only one that comes with turret that's currently available is the UCS version. And I do like the UCS version, don't get me wrong. I haven't got it, but I don't think it's as good as the 2013 version, in my opinion, because it's above minifigure scale. I don't know why they did it personally.
It's really big, yeah.
It's unnecessary. They could have come out with a fairly, I'm not saying cheap UCS set, but if that UCS set is $350, I think if they did it in minifigure scale, it'd probably be like $250, and it would be extremely good.
If they did like a really highly detailed one for like $250, yeah.
Exactly. But they didn't do that. So what I'm doing is buying the parts for the 2013 version and getting the stickers. And do you know what? It works out a lot cheaper than buying a brand new version that's sealed, because the new version, the new sealed one, goes between $450 and £500.
They're crazy. The 2013 one.
Now I've got some of the figures for that already as well, including Anakin, which came with the custom Starfighter of his.
Oh yeah.
So I'm kind of working on that at the moment. That's kind of like my thing that I'm doing. So that's kind of like something like a side project I've got on at the moment. And I managed, there wasn't very many out there that were selling them, but I managed to get hold of the turrets, brand new, 4 of them. And they're by far the most expensive part of it. And I've also managed to source the stickers, the sticker sheet from a company that remakes them.
Okay, yeah. I've seen those before, the people that do like just reprints the stickers.
Yeah, and they're really good quality. And I even bought a UCS plaque for it as well. While I was there, because it was just a few quid. I thought, well, why not? The postage is cheap, even though it was coming from the Netherlands. It was like, well, it's going to be cheap. And I was really impressed with them. So I'm going to start pushing ahead with that in due course.
Nice.
So let's chat about AHSOKA then itself. And if you guys out there want to chat about it as well, let me know. What was your overall thoughts on it, dude?
I really like AHSOKA. I probably call it my second favorite of the new shows. I think Andor still sticks out a little bit for me as number 1, but I think AHSOKA's close behind it as second.
Nice.
Where would you rank it, do you reckon?
I think it's my absolute favorite so far, and I tell you why. Because for me, it really is. For me, it's kind of like season 5, I should say, of Rebels. Yeah. And it's just seeing it from a different hero's perspective, to be honest. And I really liked it. I thought it was really, really good fun. I thought the pacing was really good. yeah, overall, I just really liked it. I kept getting frustrated by Sabine. She just said, like, just tell enough. You know what I mean? But overall, I just thought it was really well done. I think it was a big budget, that's for sure. And it showed exactly what they could do. And every time I watched Ray Stevenson on there, I was just like, who stole every scene for me. I just kept thinking, oh God, I wish we was going to see more of you, mate. Do you know what I mean? But
especially because of the way that it ends, it definitely implied that he was going to be quite a big part of the next season.
Yeah, and they're definitely going back.
I don't know what their plan is now.
Well, it's an interesting conundrum, really. What would you do? Would you rather they just killed off the character or recast him? Where would you go with that, Sam? And let me know what you guys think about that as well.
I'm trying to think if Balin was played by a different actor in this season, if I would like him as much, or if it's because of the performance by Ray Winston's why I like him so much. I personally I don't know if I'd like someone try to redo it. But then it also feels distasteful to just kill him off without saying anything as well.
Yeah.
So it is a tricky one for sure.
But they've either got to try and pull in a story where he discovers something, and I don't know, it all goes a bit pear-shaped for him, or not. I just don't. I'm not really sure what they could do about it. I mean, could they do like a deep fake on him? But that's mega expensive.
Yeah, they might try that and do the same thing they did with like Luke in the end of Mando season 2.
Yeah.
So,
it's a shame he didn't wear a mask or something like that from time to time, because then he could just keep that on, couldn't he? And it could be anyone then.
if it was Marek's actor that died, yeah. Just keep the mask on, don't show anything.
Yeah, Marek was basically you start learning about the zombie things and bits and pieces and stuff like that, don't you, from it all? What did you think of that? Like Death Troopers?
Yeah, I really like them. I think their official name is Night Troopers because they're like Night Sisters.
Yeah,
but
that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see where they go. I really hope they do a battle pack of them quite soon.
Well, yeah, that would be good, wouldn't it? Especially in and around the time of year now. I mean, it was perfect timing for it, really, wasn't it?
That would have been good. Or like if they did them where they gave you like 4 different torsos, 4 different helmets, and 4 different legs, and then you can mix them all up together. To create like an army of completely different looking ones. So I
love the Death Troopers. Death Troopers my favorite ones as well.
Yeah.
So and they were proper zombified. They were decaying and everything. The old jaw was off. Jay saying, is that sand, or is that sand red? So he must be talking about
that stand is sand red, because sand red was.
I've never seen sand red.
It's a very unique color.
Let's have a look.
Drawer of it somewhere.
Oh, I didn't even know that color existed. I thought it was like an off gray or something like that.
It doesn't exist anymore. This is what sand red is that color just there. It looks like a weird gray type color.
It's like pinky gray, isn't it?
Yeah, sand red and sand purple as well were 2 colors introduced with this theme, Life on Mars, and were very quickly discontinued after. If you look at the old Geonosis battle droid, that was in sand red. The first one, and I think the Zam Wessel minifigure from episode 2 when they did the Coruscant chase, she's sand purple. So that's how you like figure out the different colors.
There was when I watched Rebels back, I came across there was one particular story that I thought was really, really good, and that's the one where they go back to Geonosis and they find a bug there that's got 1 egg. Do you remember that story? And
with Saw Gerrera,
Saw Gerrera was there, and oh god, I mean, completely untrustworthy he is. I just thought it was really good. I just thought it was a really good story, and I felt really sorry for the bug as well. I genuinely did. Showing you lot, I'm a big softie, really. Titanium says, yeah, insert flex tape for sand red. Why have you got so much sand red? What's all that about? Is it because it is...
yeah, if I'm ever making a Bricklink order and they've got sand red in the store, I will just buy it because it's a weird, unique color. I probably won't ever build anything out of it, but yeah.
Well, it's a good idea building the stand out of it. That was great.
Yeah, yeah, that's where that came from, that idea.
Oh, this is cool. So I built like a sort of a flappity flap thing. There we go.
Oh yeah.
Won't get a lot in there.
Yeah, that's that's your interior space. It's not very spacious.
Well, and that's why I did the survey today, folks. Because as far as shuttles go, this isn't like a big shuttle or anything like that. Far from it. So would you like to see it as UCS? Because I like to see it as UCS because you could have like the table that pops up and down and stuff like that. Got 26 votes on there at the moment, which is great. So thank you so much, everybody. And at the moment, 62% say no, it's not been around long enough. That's interesting because I felt that about the Razor Crest.
That one was especially weird because by the time the UCS set came out, it had already been blown up in Mandalorian. Yeah, that was a very...
But on the flip side, Sam, he's definitely one of the best ones out there.
It is a really good set, yeah.
Oh, Sam, definitely. I don't think I said to you, because I know you're going next year to Chicago, aren't you?
Oh, yeah.
I've already booked. I've booked my plane tickets now.
Oh, wow.
I'm all done, and it's only because they had a sale on, and basically I had to work it around when I was seeing my brother over there as well. So I'm kind of down. I'm going to be there, man. I'm going to be there I'm going to get there for the Monday, and me and Titanium, as far as I'm aware, anyway. Titanium, tell me if you're still up for that. Me and him are going to go into Chicago Central
into the city,
on the Tuesday, just to see what that's all about, and
nice one.
And then the shenanigans will begin.
Yeah, that's what I did last year. It's definitely, if you get that close, it's definitely worth taking a day out to go to the city.
Yeah,
because you've gotten that distance already. You might as well. And then there is some cool stuff there.
Yeah, and my wife would have come with me if it had been much more nearer to the city. But it's about a 45-minute Uber drive away, isn't it? So I'm like, oh yeah, we'll just do that. He's still up for that, Jay? Oh, he's going, yeah, I'm down. he's still up for that. Good man. I'm looking forward to that. I really got it. It'll be the first time I meet him. It'll be like, yes, come on. And it'd be nice because we could go out. I can kind of get a little bit grounded, check out their coffee as well. By the way, folks, Spain's coffee. Jesus, it was horrid. It really was. It was repulsive. Actually, it wasn't that bad, but it wasn't great. I was like, I was paying double bubble over there for the coffees I like because they'd say, oh, we have to put it through as 2 different shots and then add in milk. And I'm like, but I just want a flat white. But anyway, that's the way that went. But I really enjoyed Spain. And I got a funny little story to tell you about that as well, because I thought I'd never been there before. Turns out I've been there 3 times. Such is the brilliance of my geography skills, Sam. I've been there 3 times. But anyway, look, folks, that's bag 1 done and dusted. We're doing good times at the moment, folks. We're doing a good time. Let's get bag 2 ready. Let's just, I'll tell you what we do. I could just leave you with Sam, I suppose, but just for a second, I just want to make sure the vids are still working. But anyway, folks, give me 10 seconds and I'll be back. And while you're thinking about it, if you just tuned in, check out the survey, check out the peeps that are going to be on the panel tonight. The details are down in the description below, and give the stream a thumbs up. And on that note, I'll be back soon. Ooh. about that? I love that bit of music. I really do. Sam, what did you think of that piece of music? Did you like that?
It's cool. You need to change your screen though. It's not called Twitter anymore.
Oh God, yeah, no, it's X, isn't it? It's X now. Damn, that's kind of more official now, isn't it? I mean, everything I look at, I still call it Twit, but it's come up X. Yeah, you're right. I do. I just think it's. Do you know what it is? It's almost a part of me I don't want to. Now I know it sounds like an old person.
It's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot more. I don't like the name.
I just don't think the name works.
No.
You know, it's like, ugh. I don't know. What do you lot out there think about that? I do like, yeah, you know, he's there. I can understand what he's doing, but I just think, do you know what? Just start it from something new. But anyway, can't blame him. I mean, I got to be honest. To a certain point, Elon got forced to have to buy it anyway, and bless him. I think it cost him like 48 billion or something like that, which is. Even for him, it's a lot of money. And when you sort of, it's one of those things you sort of think, oh, I'm going to buy it. Shall I buy it? And then he's like, and then he's forced into it. And I was like, oh, that's a bit harsh, isn't it? But then he sort of, if you go a bit half-assed about it, you know. But anyway, such as it was. Anyway, let's get that there. What are you guys out there saying? It goes, I'm going to be carrying around a whole bunch of pab cups and Ziploc bags during Brickworld Chicago, so people can get the refill discount. Oh, okay. Does anyone actually call it X? Yeah, I mean, I don't. I still call it Twitter. That's the thing. If I call it X, maybe I should call it. I'll call it X, formerly known as Twitter.
X brackets Twitter.
Yeah. But yeah, no, you're quite right. It isn't that. So yeah, so my little story when I was in we had we got there and we stayed in Palma for 3 days, which is the capital, a beautiful capital it is as well of Palma. And so what we did was actually I think I've lost the piece. Nah, I couldn't have. Okay. I need a long. Hold that thought there, everyone. I might have even. I think I'm missing a piece. I can't be missing a piece already, surely. Oh no, that's all right. Don't worry, folks. I haven't missed it. I'm not missing a piece either. I just misread it. So Sam. So I go back a year ago. My wife says to me, "Where do you want to go for grab some sun at the end of next year?" So I said, "Let's go Ibiza." Now. When I go to Ibiza, I'm not going to go to Ibiza to rave it up or anything like that. Not at my age. Because I tell you, Ibiza is a scary place to go when you're my age. I tell you. Anyway, so I'm kind of there, and I said I just looked at the map. I just went zoomed in using Google Maps. I said, "What's that island there?" She went, "That's Mallorca." I said, "I've never been to Mallorca." I said, "Let's go there." She went, "Okay, we'll go there together." Well, she'd never been there as well, so it's kind of nice, 2 people going to a new island, and it all becomes a bit of an adventure. So anyway, so I get there, 2 days in, 2 days while I'm there, folks. We're wandering around and meeting in some beautiful restaurants there. I mean, it's absolutely to die for. Not ridiculously expensive either. All very nice. And so we're having a meal, and then I said, "Oh, we can go to that." There's meant to be. One of these places on the itinerary says it's a must-do place to go, and it's like a sort of a club. So anyway, so I said, "Okay, well, let's go there afterwards." It was basically next door to it. So anyway, so at our meal, tapas. I had tapas like it was going out of fashion when I was there, folks. Anyway, so and I walked around through this sort of alleyway, which is kind of everywhere's alleyways out there in Palma. And I was just like, I recognise this place. I've been here before. Now, albeit, so let me take you back 22 years ago, folks. I was the company my wife at the time worked for, which was called BRICKTASTIC. They were doing like a sort of a team thing that week for people to go out there and do a load of team building. And they said to me, "Greg, if you want to come out as well, you're more than welcome to come out. Just come out the weekend." So we finished the week off. Everyone's family then comes out as well. and we all have a good time. And so I was there for a weekend. So I was actually, I'd been there 22 years before that. And I was like, so I was shocked. And I was only there for a weekend. So that was only 2 days, Sam. So I think that's kind of forgivable. But I happened to have gone to that place, that club as well. So yeah, I think that was kind of forgivable. So about 3 days in, we're going to take the bus north to the most northest point of the island called Alcudia. And I said to Gemma, who's my current wife, lucky me, and I said, well, I tell you what, right? Why don't we take the bus? Because we've got about 5 hours to kill. Can't get into the hotel until about 3 o'clock. We had to be out of the current hotel. And I said, why don't we just go on a bit of an adventure and just bus it there? And my wife's traveled around the world several times. So to her, it's like, yeah, let's do it. It's only a 45-minute journey. It's a tiny island, folks. It really is. So I said, we'll take the bus. Anyway, so we go down to the major bus station in Alcudia, and we're waiting for our bus. It was only a 20-minute wait. And I saw a sign for Magaluf. And I was like, Magaluf? What do they call the bus here at Magaluf? It must be taking a ferry across to somewhere else in Spain. And my wife said, no, Magaluf's on Mallorca. And I went, oh, no, I've been here twice before then. So she was like, bloody hell. So I've gone from thinking I'd never been there once in my life to actually being there 3 times now. So there we go.
If you get a new experience out of it each time, then that's not so bad.
It was a very different experience this time to when I went to Magaluf. It's a bit fuzzy looking back at those days. It really was. And that was 20 years ago. That was. So, I think I can be forgiven for it. But there we go. Oh, it goes around that way, does it? Ooh. Let's pop that round there. Let's have a go. Oh, we've got PJ Brick out there. PJ Brick, hello, mate. It says, hello there. Good to see you, mate. I love the avatar. That's very cool. I like that. And Sadek says, I agree. A letter doesn't work. Does everyone actually call it X? I agree. Yeah, it's X. It's called X. I mean, X is like, I don't know. It's just the context of using it. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna put out an X. It's like, no, it doesn't work grammarly or anything like that. So anyway, if we say Twitter, we know what we're talking about.
Yeah, I think it will still forever be known as Twitter.
Yeah. Now, tell me about your build at the moment then, Sam. How are you getting on with it?
I finished that one. started the second one. Yeah,
all right, show us it. Let's have a quick review of it, Sam. What do you think? Merry Christmas, everybody.
I've dropped my chicken. 2 seconds, it's falling down over here.
Oh, there we go.
Where's the chicken going?
Where's the chicken?
Right, it's missing a chicken. Oh no, the chicken's on the set. Never mind, I found it. Right, this is the set. The holiday diorama. Very interesting. I think this is the first set based on the sequels, even though it's not based on the sequels, since 2020 or 2021. So it's been a very long time. But yeah, it's a cool little diorama. Nice little tree. You got a bed back there.
Does it fill you with festive joy, Sam?
Oh, I'm feeling so Christmassy right now just looking at it. All the nice lights. Yeah. I like weird sets like this that they do from time to time, where it's like not really based on anything that happens in the movies, but it's just something cool, yeah.
Okay, quick question then. Why do you think then there's not been many prequel, or rather sequel sets, I should say, for a while? Why is that?
Because I think there was a time period between 2015 and 2019 where it was just sequel set for ages and ages. And I think a lot of people got quite tired of them and were ready to like have something new. And now we're getting a lot more prequel stuff and Mando series stuff and things like that.
Yeah.
So I reckon we will get back to some more sequel stuff generally soon, because 2025 is the 10-year anniversary of The Force Awakens already.
Oh, it's ridiculous. Is that making you feel old?
Yeah, that makes me feel old, which is weird.
Welcome to getting older, mate. You're still in your 20s, aren't you?
Yeah.
I say just. I mean, you're probably just early.
I'm 21, so yeah.
Oh, you're 21. Oh my god! And he remember he's
just still in my 20s. Yeah.
Yeah. dude, I remember when Star Trek, the motion picture came out, and that was in 1979. So that's getting on a bit now. That one, but it's just one of those things. But that things like that will make you feel older because you're like, well, 10 years is actually quite a big lump of time. It does seem to be a thing there, though. Oh, it does creep up with you, all right, mate. Don't worry about that. But it does seem to be a bit of a thing whereby, I don't know, since then, it's like Jedi just don't seem to want to retake their lightsabers. A bit like
should make a new one.
Ezra, Luke. And this is the thing, right? While Luke's doing his thing, Ezra was out there as well. So I wonder how they're going to kind of blend that all together. What do you think about that?
Because this is the interesting thing. Because they've got the sequels, and they put a line in episode 8 saying this is the last of the rebellion, when it's just the crew that was on the Millennium Falcon. So they need to account for all these other characters who are now running around beforehand that somehow disappear by the time that episode 7 starts. So yeah, it's going to be interesting.
Yeah. So in the last episode of Ahsoka, they just do a bit of a flip around, really. Ezra gets home. Ahsoka stays where she was. But Ezra decides to get off the spaceship and...
I found this very weird as well.
Yeah, and keep his... I mean, why would you keep your helmet on? What was that all about?
If I was one of those background rebel troopers and I saw a stormtrooper come off, I'm shooting. That guy's gone.
Yeah. And why did they even let it on there? I mean, did they not learn before when Baylan came on with the same shit?
Apparently not, yeah. Yeah, the funny old rules that they follow.
I mean, Chopper seemed to recognise him, but yeah, I don't. When they do something and you sort of think, why do they do that? That makes sense to me. Titanium's saying that Rey did not hear Ezra's voice in episode 9, so he could still be alive by then. That's true. That's true. Ahsoka's voice was there.
But then Rey's not the last Jedi if Ezra's kicking about.
No, that's the one. They have to change the name. They're going to say they think it's the Last Jedi.
The Last Jedi. The Last Jedi question mark.
Yeah. Or is it? It's just like Palpatine came back out of nowhere. It's like, oh come on.
Did you see the line that they put in Ahsoka to try and sort that? They say, they think that the Emperor is dead.
They think the Emperor is dead.
They knew he was dead.
Yeah, I was just like, oh, come on.
If you believe the rumors.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, there was definitely a bit of that.
That was very funny.
Yeah. And it was just like, it was only a one-liner anyway in the sequels. It was like, it was a Poe, wasn't it? He sort of said, oh, and somehow...
somehow
Palpatine's come back. I was like, oh, come on. And then some guy then said, I think it was in the same conversation, said, oh, why don't we just hyperdrive into their fleet? And he goes, oh, no, we can't do that now. It was a one-off. I was like, oh, come on.
Because basically, you could just cut the entire Ahsoka show and just in the next season of Mando just goes, somehow Thrawn's returned. But this show shows how Thrawn returns.
Yeah.
It's right.
I tell you what, though, I was definitely feeling the pressure for Thrawn, wasn't you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, he had a big... Everyone was very hyped for him to show up, and I think he did pay off quite well, which is good.
And did you enjoy Nicholson playing, who was the voice actor of Thrawn?
Yeah.
Did you enjoy his performance of it?
I definitely think so. I think the voice is like his main thing, so I'm really happy that they reused him.
And he was kind of a bit. He's got that V in his head, hasn't he? That kind of. It's very subtle, but it's there. That kind of worked quite well as well, I thought.
Yeah, I think that they're generally quite like some of the live action castings are like not as great as the animated characters. Where some, I thought Ezra was actually even better than his animated version. I really like him in live action.
Yeah, I did as well. He's got incredibly blue eyes, though. I thought there was going to be something a bit dodge about him, but he's just got incredibly blue eyes. Again, there's loads of people saying stuff about that. I hadn't really ever noticed it, to be honest. And I was a bit like, oh, I haven't really noticed. But then I thought, oh, maybe there's a conspiracy as to why he's got very blue eyes. But I'd like to know. Well, I suppose when they got there, because Thrawn said that their numbers have dwindled. Does that mean that there was some sort of battle they had when they got there, or was that maybe he was running away from what the witches wanted to get away from as well?
Maybe, yeah, I'm not sure. That might be something they explain when they. That might be what all those the cargo is that they're transporting. Could be the dead.
Well, what is that?
People that they lost. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, what is that? Is that going to be people that had served him before?
I think so. Yeah.
So he's going to have like a zombie army then. Pretty
much. Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty good. I mean, this is cool because this is kind of like, it's kind of old Star Wars, because it is, but they've kind of reinvented it and kind of reinvigorated it. And you kind of think, well, maybe that's where they should have started the whole thing from, Rebels. Yeah. As opposed to where they started. I mean, when you think about it, the obvious would be to do sequels. But really, maybe, I think they've shown that creating a new universe almost of the Mandoverse, but then subtly bringing in the other aspects that we're familiar with as well, like Rebels.
Yeah, I think it's really clever the way that they're doing it at the minute.
Hey, we got Simon out there as well, saying watcher. Good to see you, Simon. Titanium says, for me, the voice of Thrawn is more important than the look, so I'm glad that they cast the voice actor. And he did a really good job. Like, his acting was really good, and I loved his eyes, and he just knows when to talk and what to say, and that's the thing. I don't know.
You can see in his performance that he's always thinking 4 steps ahead of any other character there.
Yeah,
it's really good.
I got to ask you, because you're obviously I think you're a bigger Star Wars fan than me. I don't really know, but anyway, we both. I really appreciate it, but I think you delve more into the. Well, you build mocks around Star Wars, whereas I don't. I just build stuff. So I kind of feel because of that, you're maybe a bigger Star Wars fan than I am. But you know the gunships from the Clone Wars. How did they get adapted to what was the gunships in, say, AHSOKA? Because they don't look too much like them, but they sound the same.
The gunships that showed up in AHSOKA weren't like Republic gunships. They were the Coruscant police gunships. They show up in the Clone Wars quite a lot. I don't think they ever show up in the films. But if you look to like the arc where AHSOKA is getting basically framed for murder, and she's running away, they're in that episode quite a lot. So yeah, they're a different ship in themselves from the Republic gunship.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, now I was going to buy that set, and my God, that set's really expensive to buy now.
Yeah, it's because of those shock troopers. Because at the time, that's the only way you could get them. But now they've obviously put out the new one.
Yeah. Very cool. How you doing, Simon? Anyway, good to see you, dude. Has anyone been building anything over the weekend at all? Let me know. Always interested to know what people are into at the moment. I kind of felt if I didn't build it this weekend, I was going to build it on Wednesday actually, but I'm glad I didn't. Yeah. Boy, I've had a heck of a week. You'd be really proud of me, Sam. I was in McDonald's on Friday morning at 1 o'clock. Buying it.
1 o'clock in the morning.
1 o'clock in the morning. You'd have been very proud of me. I had the munchies. I got a cab home from London. There were no trains. Couldn't get any trains home. Well, obviously that time of day, which is fair game. and I was just getting the munchies. I was like, so I said to the cab driver, couldn't even get an Uber. There's only about 3 Ubers around in the city. So I ended up getting a black cab. I used Bolt. Don't know if anyone uses Bolt app, but anyway, that's what I used. And I said to the guy, I said, look, don't mind me saying, but I'm absolutely starving because I hadn't eaten since midday. So it was like 13 hours later. And I said, do you mind if we pop to a McDonald's? He was like, yeah, no worries.
Did he keep the meter running while you were getting there?
No, he didn't actually. It was good.
Nice.
Yeah, but I did give him a tip. I gave him a nice tip.
Yeah.
So it was a really nice chat. So I was like, there we go, folks. There's the first sticker that's gone on. It's gone all right, actually. That's okay. That. What have we got going on out there? Titanium saying, to be honest, I hope that Moff Gideon is still alive. I want to see him and Thrawn interact. I think there could be a battle between the two, to be honest. It's certainly you want to use this technology, and because this is all going to be sort of navigating in and around, of course, bringing back Palpatine. Now, when I'm talking about the back of things, folks, in the background, you'll see that I've got this video on constant loop. Do you like it? Does it bother you at all? Is it okay? It doesn't really seem to bother me. It's a new feature that StreamYard has got. So I thought, well, I'm going to try this one. I think this would be a nice video to loop continuously. Let me know what you think, guys. If you don't want to say anything here, certainly DM me anyway on Instagram. Let me know. I just want to know if it's okay to distract him. Quite nice. Works quite well with the loafy sounds. To Gave, I was saying, Simon finished the Ford Legorido. What's a Ford Legorido? I don't know what that is.
Lego redo, maybe?
Lego redo? The Ford Lego redo?
I'm not sure. Yeah.
I'm not sure. Tell me what you mean by that. It goes, I started working on a small mock on Friday. It's nearly done. I just need to add some more detail. Ooh, what's the, can you tell us what the theme is?
I'd take one guess on what the theme is if it's Titanium J building.
No, I don't know. It could be because I know he likes his Blacktron recently. It's branching out. But yeah, he is, of course, synonymous with Ninja.
Yeah.
How does that go on there? It's funny, isn't it? I wonder why Lego, in their wisdom, are using so much of this red colour at the moment.
What, dark red?
Yeah, this dark red. They've used this dark red, haven't they, for the other gunship.
Oh yeah. I'm not sure you, because in the wave they put out 3 quite big, because they did the Shinhati ship in dark red as well.
I think you said that with a bit of a Cockney accent there, Shinhati.
Shinhati.
Yeah. I like her. I think she's really good. I don't know if she's chosen the right group to hang out with, though. Do you?
I think it's the only group she can pick because it's a slim. It's her. It's them or the little rock turtles. It's slim pickings.
yeah. You sort of think, I want to eat those.
Yeah.
But they're too cute to eat, surely, especially the little baby ones with the big eyes. I was like, oh, here we go. That's going to be the next Jedi that comes out of that planet, I tell you. That could be Grogu's mate. Yeah. What do you think will happen with her? Because I think she would have been better off going with someone like Ahsoka.
I think that is where they're leading it to. But then also, I feel like if they want to do like the sequel, like if they want to continue on the show, it makes sense that you do want to keep some bad guys in that have lightsabers just for those fight scenes.
Yeah.
Because we don't know what's happening with Balin. Morgan had a sword lightsaber type thing, but she's not going to be coming back.
No.
So, yeah.
I liked Morgan.
Moff Gideon had his spear or whatever, but if he's gone as well, they've got Mando with the Darksaber or Bo-Katan with the Darksaber, whoever. Yeah. They need to keep some bad guys around with them.
Oh yeah, definitely. Right, I appear to have done bag 2, but I've got some cheese slopes left over. So where do they go?
How many cheese lips have you got?
Oh, 4. So I've definitely
Oh
missed
yeah,
them.
they won't be extras then.
Let's go. Must be around the bottom section or something like that. There's a lot of studs on the side as well.
Mhm.
Studs not on top, whichever way you want to look at it. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it goes on the bottom. Quite nicely too. I thought that's where they'd be. Oh, it's the Fort Laugh Out Loud Western set.
Oh right. Fort Lego redo. Yeah, that makes more sense.
So when do you reckon we could get some more new Star Wars again then, dude? Because
I think the next show that's due to come out is the Skeleton Crew show, but I don't know when that's due. Yeah.
Is that animation?
No, I think it is live action. I think it's got like Jude Law in it.
Oh, really? Jude Law? Oh, that'd be good. And what is it? Jedi as well, or is it?
Yeah, I want to say it's about a group of young Jedi, but it's still set at the time that Mando's set.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So they're definitely. This is all teeing up, isn't it?
Yeah, it will, because I think they are ending up going to do a big film with Mando, Ahsoka. Yeah.
And Luke. Luke has to be in it. Luke has to be in it, doesn't he?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, folks. Well, look, there's that's the end of bag 2. It's kind of coming together. It's a bit of technique, lots of studs not on top. It's all right. It's going pretty well so far. Right. And with that, folks, if you just tuned in, do us a favor, give us a thumbs up. Otherwise, like I said a little while ago, me and Sam will be back in less than a minute. Promise. There we go. Oh, I just timed that perfectly then.
Oh god.
You're right, Sam. Blimey, what's going on?
Not like
Sam, are you building Lego or doing some welding? What's going on, Sam?
I'm in the Ibiza club that you didn't want to go into.
Exactly. Quick, someone turn the foam on. The foam machine.
I can be and get a fog machine just like the Clone Wars flashbacks.
It's like Sam's welding on.
There, right? No.
Loving it.
How does this work?
How does this work?
I'll figure it out. Sorry, it's anyone in the chat.
Yeah. If anyone gets triggered by flashing lights and stuff like that,
I can only apologize.
Salix says, I finished the 3-in-1 castle set earlier today. Oh yeah, I've got that to build. Is that retiring as well, Salix? That one. What did you think of it as well? You could do some good stuff with that. Now the minifigure for this bag, for bag 3, is Morak. Here he is again. In fact, do you know what? Let me make it bigger up here. There we go. There you go. There's the figures for it, folks, and there's the back of them. I can be honest, but my favourite minifigure is probably Hu Yang. In all honesty, it really is. I like it. Hope you do too. I think it's a really good set. I really do. Price wise, I think it's okay. But yeah, Sam, what are you doing with your life?
I'm trying to figure.
Can you not just turn them on and then?
Yeah, it just turns on for a second and then it. Oh wait, no. Thought I had it. I'm sorry, I'm having an
Jesus.
issue.
They don't have lighting in Scotland, folks. They still have some geezer going around with a long stick.
I'm just gonna touch. I'm
lighting
just gonna
gas
turn on the
lights.
main light. It's gonna have a bit of a thing on
There we
there.
go. It's a halo.
Yeah,
It's a
there you
halo.
go.
There we go. You're still good looking, Sam, but honestly, when the Scottish discovered electricity in 1998,
In 2021.
yeah, it was a phenomenon. Things it was like, and don't say anything to the Scottish about the internet. It will blow their minds. It really will.
The inter
Love
what
it.
now?
Yeah. They'll be using it for all sorts of things, I tell you. I'm only kidding. We got Holder 66 out there. Bloody hell, Will Harper, the legend, the living legend that is Will Harper. Nice to see you here, Will. Hardly ever get to see you on my stream, so it's really nice to see you, dude. Hope all is good with you. Hope you had a nice weekend. Titanium's building, of course, he is going for something Ninjago. And it's going to be something Halloween as well. I'm going to do. I'm going to do I got a video. I've got to start putting together for Halloween, and I've got to do. Should I do a Halloween stream as well? I don't know whether to do a really big one or a small one because I've got that Spider-Man set that came with a very I forget his name now. Begins with M. But he's a vampire character. I was like, I could actually do that.
Morbius,
that's the one. Yeah, Morbius. I was sort of thinking, well, that'd be quite a good one to sort of do that. Again, it's kind of like, I don't know if I'll be streaming with Cy O'Connor this year. This would have been our third year, but I know he's having a few internet issues at the moment, so I have to get in touch with him, see how he's doing. Actually, I say that I was chatting with him yesterday over on WhatsApp. Check out the survey, folks, and let me know what you think as well. And let me know what you're building too. Simon says, LBB Productions would like to apologise for anybody suffering from epileptic fits from the flashing lights. Yeah, I do apologise, folks. There we go. It's that's Sam for you. He constantly lives in a nightclub.
It's basically like a giant fire hazard. There's too many things plugged into one extension lead and it doesn't give enough power to it.
Sam, you gotta be careful there, Sam.
One day this entire room will burn down. Yeah, a bit sooner rather than later, I think.
Oh. Right now, something I would suggest you do, Sam, because is listen to the Audible of the AHSOKA. Came out in 2016. I think there was something that changed about it. But what I liked about the story, I mean, it was genuinely quite not a bad story, to be honest. Bail Organa features quite heavily in it, and but you learn, and I'm not going to say how it happened, but you learn why Ahsoka's lightsabers are actually white. Unless, of course, you know already. But it's easy enough to find out, I suppose. But yeah, there is a reason why they are white in the first place. So yeah. Does anyone in the chat know why they're white? I'm curious to know if anyone does know. And Sam, just out of curiosity, who is one of your favourites, favourite characters from the Star Wars universe?
Oh, where to begin? I'm a big fan of. I really like the weird ones. Like, I really like Boss Nass from Episode 1. I like Watto a lot.
Watto, really?
Just like weird aliens. Can't get enough of them. Yeah, that's my kind of thing.
That should be Rosie's favourite character, shouldn't it? Because he's always doing whatnot. We don't call him Rosie anymore. We should call him Watto.
No, me and a couple other people like to call him Mr. Krabs.
Why are people calling him that these days?
Because he's all about the money.
He's all about the money. He's got that's his way he earns money now, isn't it? He's like full time though. I think he's gone full time now. I think it's about.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like you've been watching one of his videos, and suddenly I thought, I think I put the wrong video on. I've had like 5 minutes of him doing a whatnot stream coming up. He's a good lad, where is he? Minifig Nick. Hey, London Bridge Bricks. Just sent you a few photos via Insta, a few of the displayers at the Swindon Lego shop. Good man. Thank you for that. Carrie messaged me earlier on as well to say that she had that you'd met and said that you was going to send them to me. I'll be showing those off on Friday, folks, for London Calling 193. God, I'm coming up to 200.
Have you got any big plans for London Calling 200?
I don't know, actually. To be honest, it's I don't want to make too big a thing of it, but it is kind of a cool thing at the same time as well.
Definitely.
But yeah, I've got an idea of something I want to do that won't distract too much from it being an episode of London Calling. I'm going to be on with Hive. I think it's next week or the week after for their number 200 of Good Morning Brickworld as well. So that's kind of exciting. But it is, I suppose it's 200 episodes of anything is pretty cool. But yeah, God, I haven't got any plans on not doing it anymore, folks. So that might please some people. That might upset others. I don't know. But like I say, it was good fun letting the Brick Bods do an episode, and they did a splendid job as well. So, and it kind of just keeps it going. You know what I mean? It just means you don't miss a week. And I've said to them as well, Sam, let me, if you want me to cover a week for you, please let me return the favor. Oh, did you know as well? They're coming out to Chicago next year.
I heard they were thinking about it. I didn't know if they'd confirmed it or not.
Oh no, they've definitely said they want to. Oh, and they have booked the tickets as well. They've booked the flights.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, they're there. They're actually getting the flight that's a couple of hours after my one. Cool. It would have been cool if we'd all gone out together, but they can't. I think they got. I'm getting quite an early one. Like I'm getting the 11 o'clock one. Yeah, and even my flights from Chicago to Boston have been booked as well. So, but yeah, thank you for sending me those minifig, Nick. Just out of curiosity, minifig Nick, did you enjoy Steam? Did you like it? I'm thinking I should really go next year, but I'm going to a lot of things next year, so might end up being the year after. But let me know what you think about it as well. Titanium saying, didn't the Purifier, the Kyber crystals from the Inquisitor lightsaber? That's it. You got it straight away, mate. That's exactly why they turned white. From the Inquisitor. And the cool thing is they absolutely go through that story in the Audible. I mean, you could get the book, buy the book on it, but to be honest, like this weekend, for example, I was doing probably I did about 6 hours work in the garden this weekend, and it's just really like I love listening to podcasts and stuff like that. But I tell you what, right, with those amount of hours, and obviously they're not all 6 hours long. Some of them are like 11 hours long, really, most of them. But this one was probably around, I'm sure it's about 7.5 hours. So I listened to it a bit before then. But because I had that much time, you really get into the story, and it's quite good. So I really enjoyed that. It's almost like a podcast, but instead of being a podcast, it's a big story. So I totally love that. This is a bit of a letdown, I have to say. This is why I'd like it to be a UCS set. Look, that's the guns at the back. Imagine Sabine squeezing into that. Oh, you've done away with me presets. And there we go. He's been reduced to that.
Yeah, well, if you see the 2x2 tiles with the stickers on them on the top, that's meant to be the door that they get on from the wing.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, that's another very tiny little bit.
I tell you what, though, she loved doing that, didn't she? She's
just sitting on the roof.
She just goes and perches herself out there. Don't care if she's in space or in atmosphere. Just goes and sits out there. It's like you're having a laugh, aren't you?
Then the TIE fighters come. Just blow her off the top.
Well, I gotta be honest, right? If I'm a TIE fighter pilot and I've got time to do this, Sam, like that, I got time to get out of the way because those things are quick. So yeah, I was a bit like, oh come on, but to be fair, it was it got them out of a bit of trouble. what I was hoping it would tell us as well in the Audible is how Ahsoka came by finding Huyang again. Do you know? Does anyone out there know, or do you know, Sam?
No, I don't know. No, it's weird because by the last time we saw Ahsoka was at the end of in the Book of Boba Fett, and that wasn't mentioned there. And you'd think that if Luke wants to start a school that trains Jedi, you'd want someone like Huyang there instead.
Yeah. No, exactly.
Build all of their lightsabers, yeah.
And then that leads to another thing, Sam. What do you think about this, right? She's got about 25 or 20 or so videos of his father. Would she say, Luke, take a butchers at these?
Yeah.
I'd like to see that scene. Would you?
Yeah, I think that would actually... I haven't thought about that, but yeah, that would be really cool to see.
Dude, that scene in a film, I would go and see that film just for that scene, in all honesty. Because Luke was a great pilot. He was he loved modifying his crafts as well. Now, talk about modifying crafts. We've got someone that's actually materialized in the green room. Good friend of the channel. He's a massive Doctor Who fan. And just so you guys know, for the 60th anniversary of Doctor Who, I'm definitely going to be building the Lego Ideas set for Doctor Who. I bought it on eBay months ago. In fact, not months ago, probably about 2 years ago. Anyway, he's fresh from Steam. Let's find out what you thought of that, and of course, what you thought of Ahsoka as well. Is of course our good friend, the minifig who, otherwise known as Gaza. How you doing, Gaza?
Hello. How are you?
Guys, how you doing? How was your weekend at Steam?
It's good. It's very, very full on and tiring, but yeah, no, it's all good. Quite good. So I've literally just got in. So it's like...
Oh, dude, you should have had something to eat or something like that. That's very nice of you to want to come on so soon.
I've been sort of grazing on food all day. It's like,
have you been?
No, it was really good, really good. So we were through, and we were like in the second stage as you go in. So you go in, you got like a big loco there on one side, and you got like some mocks there. There was lots of castles. Heidi Toys was there actually. It was her first display, and her castle build was amazing. So she'll have loads of stuff up, I'm sure. So you can see loads of pictures of that. And then we're through a tunnel, and then you had Monarch had his Monarch one bit, and then we went into the pods.
Monarch, is that what they call it?
Yeah, well, like I've been calling it that all weekend. I mean, say it's Monarch's Monarch. So
right, okay.
It sounds a bit like a Monarchin shop.
I would have told him to put his trousers up personally.
Well, yeah. So yeah,
did Monarch get his Monarch there in one piece because he was traveling by train, wasn't he?
The train wasn't a problem because he was there bright and early. It was just I think because he's got like a trolley he uses, one of the pavements was a bit uneven, so it sort of went over a bit of a bump. So he had to do a bit of repair work when he got there.
Oh, okay, but that's not too bad.
Oh yeah, I've still got my lanyard on. Yeah. Yeah, literally, I've still got my lanyard on as well, actually, so I'll take that off.
Ah, there we go. Show us it off. Show us what they give you. Show us your pass.
Well, it's this. I'll have to cover that because it's got the full name. But yeah, so it's just this. So you just got your badge then, exhibitor. So it just gets you in all those little shortcuts, so you don't have to go through like the little maze warren to get there. So it's literally, you if you're like a normal muggle that you just go around to see the stuff, you have to go into like this maze. It's a bit like IKEA, you know. Once you're in the system, you kind of have to keep going. Yeah. But then when you're displaying or helping out, it's like you just go through this door and you're straight there. So it's like, oh, perfect.
Oh wow!
So, that's really
and
cool.
so those locomotives that High T Tours, High T Toys was there. High T Tours makes it sound like she's a tourist board.
Yes, the coach company.
Yeah, estate agent. That was a massive train. Were they all massive locomotives that were there?
Yeah. They had loads of stuff there. So they had that one, and then where we were, we had one literally right behind us called. I think it was the North Star. I should know. I've been looking at it all weekend. It's like a really, really old one. It's a replica. So it was like a replica of one of the really early ones. So it had like just one sort of, I don't know, maybe 5 foot wheel at the front, one at the back, and then the middle one was like a 7-8 foot one because they used to be really weird sizes before. So that was cool. And they've got like signal boxes and stuff. You can do like a thing, or like you're actually changing the points and all sorts. So really cool. But
Yeah.
the worst bit though is they've got these mannequins everywhere. So, you know, like little scenes they create, you know, like waxworks. So of course when you're walking through first thing, when it's not all that brightly lit, you walk past someone and you think, oh sorry mate, and it's like some statue and you're like, oh okay, right. It's like, a bit freaky.
Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed it, mate.
Yeah,
would you do it again?
Yeah, definitely. It's a really nice one, and it's quite nicely spaced out as well. So you get a nice continuation of people all the way through. So yeah, it's good, really good.
Sweet.
We got to see the Bod's new display as well. So that was
we got Ian Bod out there as well. Good to see you, Ian.
There you are.
Is he on his way home? Did they leave on time?
Yeah, they left just before us. I think they left. Then Oldendorf left. Mark left just the same time as us because Frankie took him, helped him to go down to the station whilst I put everything else in the car. Just because it's a bit of a walk there, and it's not obviously as familiar with the area because it's literally next to Frankie's work. So it's like, yeah, here's a shortcut. So
well, that's good. Nice one.
Yeah, all good.
That's very, very cool. And we'll see plenty of pictures as well, folks, on Friday during London Calling.
I may have invaded a few people's mocks with a couple of my minifigures. So it's like...
Nice. Did you take a little TARDIS with you as well?
I did. I had several, but I was just trying to sort of plant them in places, and just took some pictures of them. So yeah, they're all good fun.
Sweet.
But there's there was a couple of someone who did so you know like the Star Wars minifigs. So someone had done like some big versions of them, actually like the Harry Potter and Hermione ones that came out. Yeah. But someone had done an Admiral Akbar one, which was really good. Like the head detail was really good.
Really? Because I would have thought that could look either terrible or really clever.
Yeah, it was. I was really impressed with it, and obviously, of course, it's all dark red as well. It's in the Lego, which is quite a nice color to use. Yeah. So get a picture of it. Oh, get a picture. I just kind of was just taking pictures of stuff, and then it's like I forgot what I'd taken pictures of. Crazy. But yeah. Oh no, I had that was the other one, and I wasn't until today that I walked past something. I realised it was a crystal maze. So someone had done like the crystal maze. So they had like the Aztec zone, future zone, industrial and medieval. There was like a Richard O'Brien minifigure as well, and like the crystal dome. Oh, it's brilliant. So cool. Cool.
I got this little section here that I'm trying to put on. I cannot see how it fits in there because I've got there's a plate that goes across it. I'm working it out, folks. I'll keep Gazza talking.
I've been talking all weekend. Oh my gosh. No, it's quite funny because we were saying as well there how the it's funny because you know like day to day you probably speak to maybe a handful of people, but like in one of those things you're talking to like probably a year's worth of people in like a day or over a weekend, and it's like, oh my god. So yeah. Let's get how many pieces is it? And it's like
it's the questions that you just don't know the answer to. How long did it take? Right. How many pieces is it? Can I? Yeah, that's right. Do you do instructions? Do you?
It's just like, have you tried doing instructions? Because it's like
it's not easy.
Oh god, I think I did it for one thing, and it took so long, and then I sort of went back through them, and I was like, well, why is that brick floating in the air with nothing attached to it? Oh god. Oh, yeah. But I did pick up something for building as well. I did pick up this. Is it Star Wars after all? So I got Obi-Wan's Starfighter thing too. So yeah, it's cool.
That's a pretty damn good set, dude.
Yeah, and it's got the Camino figure as well. Camino, am I saying that right?
Yeah.
Pronunciation. But yeah, it's got those, and he's got that good hair as well. So that's cool.
All right. Well, I can't put it in there now, but I think I know why it's not quite right. So yeah, how were the brick bods though? Did they enjoy it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, because they had their new the Elvendale set, so that was all the elf sets, which is quite cool. It's actually really colourful and like it's there's so much little sets in there, little figures and all the detail and stuff. So it's it's a great thing just to look at and be like, oh, they've got that and and then they have these little troll figures and stuff as well. So all the kids are like, oh wow, look at that. But then
really cool.
they didn't notice on the first day that I'd planted a TARDIS on there, and I was just like, see how long it takes them before they notice.
That was them breaking down the mock at the end, wasn't it?
Yeah. But you just get some little kid then, and they're like, why is there a TARDIS on your screen? And it's like, oh, don't spoil it.
That's pretty good that even the kid knew what a TARDIS was.
Well, that's it. But then they were kind of trying to link the two then. And it was like, oh, there must be part of that then as well. And it's like, no, it is actually separate. But, but yeah, it's quite cool. No. So, yeah, it's been on its travels as well this weekend. So.
Oh, so you've never been to Manchester, have you?
No. We have applied for next year. So
have you?
Yeah, so we shall see. I can't remember if I think I said if I do, could I have 2 tables, please? Because I do tend to have lots to cram in because I kind of go a bit overboard, it seems. But I can't remember if I did or not.
Oh, that'd be cool if you do. That'd be amazing if you get to display there as well, dude.
Yeah, just got the headache then of transporting it that far.
Yeah, but that's not too bad. I don't think that'd be too bad.
No, I mean once it's all packed in, it's kind of easier. It's just so like this year I used like tape just to tape stuff to boxes, which is a bit easier. I didn't have to do much repair work. There were a couple of random bricks, and I was like, "What's this from?" I was like, "Oh, I don't know. Who cares?" It's up now.
Well, the thing is, it's a mock at the end of the day as well, isn't it? So
yeah,
you'll be. It's your thing, so no one will ever know, but you always know.
Yeah, that's it.
I think if Alpha's hanging off, some people might know. So
well, yeah,
that's an interesting technique.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
but Sam, you've shown stuff off before. Does it just get to a point where you're just like, oh, you know what? We just got to let it go.
I've had some nightmares trying to display stuff in the past. I think I've got a system down now, though. Basically, every Bricklink order that I've ever gotten, they always come, like, all your parts come in, like, little bags like this.
Yeah.
And I've just a massive collection of them. And that's what I use to pack my mocks. I've got a giant bag of them, pour them in, and just pack the mocks with them. And they actually end up being, like, quite sturdy with that. And I haven't had too many issues recently. But in the past, I've had some nightmares with trying to display mocks.
Oh, so what did you learn from displaying? Because Gaz, is this your first time?
No, this was my first time at Steam displaying there. So we were we did Reading and Didcot. They say they're all completely different as well because like Reading was a bit bigger, but we were all just like in rows. Didcot was just like one bit in the middle. That was like all of us grouped together as well. That was in a marquee on the Steam Railway. So that had slightly different challenges again. But then this one, I think this one was, so far, this is our favourite one, just because it was, you could go there and you had a massive unloading doors. You could go there, unload, set up. There's loads of room around you in comparison, like loads of room.
Oh, do you?
Around us as well, which is really
where High Tea Toys was, it definitely seemed to be like an absolute bundle of room between. Like there was a lot of space to sort of breathe between everyone.
So I think, because the thing as well, because it's still at the museum as well, you need to try and keep enough room, I guess, for that, so people can actually do the exhibits that are actually there as well, or permanently there as well. So, but there's lots of different options as well. But because they did have that much room, because their one was like one you could walk around, so it's quite good that they had the table and you could actually just go around and see all the little bits. Because she had like a treasure hunt sort of thing where she had like, find the Phoenix, find Dobby, find the little Grindylow, find this particular flag. So, all the kids could go through and just try and spot them, see where they all were on the mock and everything else. which is good. But it's nice as well for stuff like that, for it to be interactive for other people as well, I think. So.
Yeah. So I'm trying to get this thing on the side here. It's taking me way too long.
You're still working.
What's stopping it is this. So
is it on the wrong way around? Because that's something that I did when I was building it. Was it?
What this? I think this is the right way round now. I think it is.
Let me have a look at mine.
Well, Sam's made the mistake. I'm bound to have made the mistake then. Let's have a look. Let me just have a look at the bricks that are on there. It's hard to say, but it does look the same.
I think there was a bit on the back. I think you already got past it, but I ended up missing, and I was like, "Oh no, you have to take it apart because it really locks together at the back." If I remember on that one as well.
Oh yeah, there's two arms. There's two. Well, let's see, find out. I might have to dig deep. Let's have a look. So, so it looks like that goes on the bottom. Yeah, so show it. So this is the underside, and so he's got that in there. So there's that part there, Sam, and that goes. Well, I'm sort of thinking it goes round there like that. So that should go on there like that. Sam, just show us the bottom part. That's it. Show us that right up. Let's have a look. Let's put it on there. So that definitely goes on there. That's bound that way. So that goes. Keep it there, Sam. Keep it there. That's good. So that goes that way round. Oh, can we see the other side, Sam? The other side to that. That's it. The other side. And okay, that's cool. Hold it there. So that's kind of like that. That goes in there like that. That's there. But I don't know. It's almost like this is on the wrong side. All right, Sam. That's cool. Let's come out of that. So this goes around there like that. I'm sure the instructions must be right. It's me. But Sam, you made that mistake as well, did you? Oh, you're on mute. You're on mute, Sam.
I messed up and I put this bit that's sticking out on the front, like that slope.
I've not done that. But let me take it back to that to make sure that that's right. But I could definitely see where you would do that.
Yeah.
When did you build your one, Sam?
I built it when it came out. I think was it September 1st?
Okay. So that's on there and there like that. What's the upside down one? Oh well. Let's see which way around that is. And guys, did you do a similar thing, or was you just trying not to do that?
I think I did the back bit wrong. So I think when I finished, I think I got to the end of it, had it all locked in, and then I found an extra piece. I was like, "Where does this go?" And I looked back in the instructions, and it was like there. I was like, "Oh god!"
No, I can see what I've done wrong. I've put this section here. This 2x2 is here, and it should be down here. Thank goodness for that. Now the point is, can I disassemble it? Which I think we can. We're going in, folks. What can possibly go wrong?
Yeah, there are a few bits on that one that really got to sort of. Oh, what was that bit?
Yeah, you got to focus.
What's the age rating on that set?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh no, because I struggle with it as well. I'm just trying to think.
Yeah, 9+.
Yeah, I think a 9-year-old would struggle with that. To be honest,
I don't know, man. It's a bit odd that you made a mistake. And guys, did you make a mistake, or did you just not follow?
No, I did it wrong. And
oh, there we go. You see,
it probably is the instructions not being clear enough. Then
it must be, because I'm pretty. I don't know. But anyway, good to see you out there, Craig. Sam Parry. Sam, how you doing? I've known for you for a couple of weeks. Evening all. Hope you're all good. Sorry I couldn't stop and chat, guys. Steam Trades became the priority for the little one. Hope you enjoyed the show.
Yeah, Sam was there yesterday.
I didn't know Sam was going.
Yeah, Sam was there. Who else did we see? Minifig Nick was there. Let's see who else. Ollie was there. Brick Askew. Matt Elder was there actually as well. He was there with the London AFOLs, did big castle collab. So they were all there.
I think he did like a tower, if I remember rightly.
Yeah, I think
A
that
white
that's
tower.
That's
I
what
think
it
it's
was all
white,
part of the thing they had. I think they all did like a bit of the section of the walls each and stuff. It's a massive castle actually. It's quite big. What else did we see? I saw Luke was there Saturday morning as well. Because he's only up the road in Bristol anyway. So
yeah, I think Swindon's like 3.5 hours from me.
Is it? Oh God.
Yeah, it's not like if I went, I'd have to stay over.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, you got the M25, which is fun at the best of times.
It'd be M25, M4. I mean, blimey, I mean, it's on Saturday, so maybe I could always just do it where I just go on the Sunday, I suppose. That's definitely doable. Let's see where that goes in there then. Yeah, this is the test now. Does it go in now? So that goes in there like that. Oh yeah, there we go. Oh, that's strange, isn't it? It actually works now. It fits. A little bit of clutch power on that though. That's quite good. I'm a bit surprised by that. Maybe that should go back there a little bit more. Yeah, I reckon so too. Yeah, there's a little bit of little something there. So let's put that back a bit. But yeah, so I mean, oh yeah, the pillars, but that was once. Greg does seem to go for the quantity as opposed to Chris, who went for the quality. Oh, you lost me a little bit there. Hi guys, seems like only yesterday I saw you. Yeah. Simon's Brick Stage pass still not on a par with the great R2 failure. Oh yeah, that one. I see. Yeah, that was one. That was a big one. I remember that by Chris. I was watching that. I was like, "Ooh, hello."
Was that Chris Brick in it? Wasn't it?
Yeah. Back in the day. There we go.
He has a meltdown on this.
He did. It was the meltdown on it. I just go with it. It's Lego. I can't see why. It's one thing that never stressed me is Lego. I just might not be able to work it out. So I might look foolish, but I'd never let it do that. But anyway, okay. Oh, we get going again now. Yeah, Chris was always. I remember Chris. He was doing a modular once. He built a modular, and he usually does it like sorts out the bag and stuff like that. But the one time he did an old one where they don't actually have bag numbers, and yeah, that kind of threw him a bit. And I was like, oh yeah, must watch out for those in future.
Yeah, they had without the bags, it's just a free fall with parts, and it's just
it's sheer volume of parts. It really is. What can I say, Craig? It's part of my charm. I'm quite good actually. I don't think I did. I think I've only ever made one mistake when I was doing it, and that was the modular construction side. But that was a good one to work around. That I actually learned something from that as well.
It's good you had Craig on stream to help you, and then the designer in chat as well, which was
it was perfect. It was perfect moment for it. If I was ever going to get out of trouble, it was going to be the designer and Craig.
Yeah, definitely
helping me get out of that. So, Craig, what did you think of the result today as well? West Ham versus Newcastle. It was a topsy-turvy game. I listened to it on the radio before the stream kicked off. So, would you recommend Steam, Gaz?
Yeah, it's quite good because they've got stuff for like everybody there as well. So you've got like the brick pit for kids as well, or younger kids as well to play with, and I think there's a few other little bits and bobs they've got as well they can do, just to keep them occupied as well, and the stuff to keep the adults occupied, because they've got you're not allowed to call it robot wars, but they've got the robot battles as well, which is quite cool, and, which is always quite fun to watch as well, and the bits go flying. Because they did like a show once it all closed yesterday, because obviously, if you're stuck behind your table, you can't necessarily go and see the battles. So they did like one in the evening, and even when you sat down, because it's sort of just there, you've got a few rows, you can't really see what's going on, so they put it on the TV. So you just see these things, and it's like, oh, they're quite big, and then like a hand comes in, and it's like, oh, actually, no, they're quite small. So,
oh, really? Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then so that was quite fun. And they had this one that was like this sheep, and it just kept dropping stuff out of it. Oh dear, it was quite funny.
And what if and good to see you out there as well, Frankie. What did Frankie think of it as well?
Yeah, I think he had a good time as well, because it's just a case of we sort of take it in turns. Like, okay, you got to stretch your legs for a bit, and now I'm going to go to the dealer's room and have a look around there. So it's it's good. Even if you're not necessarily as heavily involved with Lego as yourself.
Did Mark achieve his wishes of a bulk brick bin?
No, I don't think he did.
Oh, he didn't.
I don't think he did. No. Although he did find. Emilee will tell you the story as well. But so we were in the shop towards the end of the day, and the first day, earlier on he'd seen like this Monkey Kid set that was like 17 quid, I think it was.
All right.
And it was May's, one of May's vehicles. I can't remember which one it was. But anyway, it's just there, and it's like, oh, cool, there's one there. He came back at the end of the day, and it was still there. So he just mentioned it in passing, and the guy who was a seller was like, oh, it's the last one. Yeah, it's going to go after this. So he was like, oh, I'll get it then. It was like, no sort of working on him at all. It was just like, oh, it's the last one. And Mark was like, yeah, okay. So it's like...
That's not a bad price, though.
No, it was good price. And because the details in them are really cool on the Monkey Kid one. So, but it just made me laugh. It's like, it's such a pushover with that one. He could have said, this is the last one they'll make in the world ever, and he'd be like, yeah, right then.
Oh, I'm glad he got it though, because he's like, for him to get around and stuff like that would have been a lot more difficult.
Yeah. I'm not too sure what he picked up today, because I didn't really go into the dealer's room as much, which is a shame, because that was the coldest room as well. So if it was a bit warm, I'd be going there. But
I was going to say, because this is uncharacteristically warm for this time of year. I mean, bloody hell, up in Scotland, there's 7 degrees. Down here in London today, it was 26.
7 degrees is hot for Scotland.
Well, actually, yeah, good point. As it happens, I guess it is. But what was it like there? I mean, have they got heat in there? Because I'd imagine those trains, they're normally in like big warehouses. So hey, and Simon Moss is out there as well. Good to see you, Simon. Yeah. So what was that like? Was it warm in there, or was it like a big vacuum of space?
It wasn't too bad where we were, because we were kind of round like the corner, so it wasn't as many people there. In that, there weren't like a crowd of people there often, so the air could circulate a bit better. I think in the main hall it was a little bit warmer, but then where you sort of went to the dealer's room, you'd sort of have to go outside, so they put like a marquee there, so you'd walk through. But you did have some actual outside air coming in, which is quite good. And then where Johanna's bit was, I think that was probably the warmest bit, because when we went there yesterday, when it had closed, we were just walking. We were there to like meet her, and then we were all going to walk around to like the main hall where they were doing like like the cabaret, not the cabaret, but they just do like some announcements, and then we'd go and get food. Some of the lights there seemed really warm, so I think it was almost like they were heating lights, which was quite interesting. But but I think that was probably the warmest bit. Certainly, I found anyway. It wasn't too bad where we were, but because we had like a fire exit opposite that we could use as a cut through to get straight through to reception. So it's like this door, and then you could almost have the front door. So it was, you get the air coming through there a bit as well. So it was quite cool in comparison where we were. But I think it certainly wasn't as warm as when we were at Reading, because that was really warm in the sport hall. But that was quite a warm time of year in general. So.
Yeah, that was. I think even Mark was really sweating in that one. He didn't like that at all, did he?
No. It was, the air was just still, and there was no way of ventilating it. I think
that wouldn't have
because
been
it was like a leisure centre, they couldn't open the doors necessarily either, because it's fire regulations and all that. So you can't open these doors and keep them open for long. So.
This is an interesting little build. This is. There we go. I just had to put the pins around the right way on it. So you see this part sometimes in things.
Yeah. Oh, that one. Yeah, that's the bit. I
Like a
think.
big turntable. I imagine it's quite an expensive part. That.
Yeah, I think they're like maybe £1 for each half of it or something like that.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not bad. But I quite like this center section that's being built. I think it's quite good. It's quite cool. It's quite
It
cool.
is really fun to spin around the ship once you finish it.
Yeah,
It
the
is
thing
good
is, though, that I can't help but notice, and that there's only accents on one side. So
Yeah.
why do you think they did that? Why couldn't they? Do you think it's just because, like, they want to see the other side? But you think they could?
I think it's
some
to make the set cheaper,
Yeah.
to save on parts budget.
Do you think though they could have put some just red plates there or something like that? You know, just
Yeah,
like
I think they could have done.
Yeah, because they are available, aren't they? The inverted tile plate things.
yeah.
That's such a good description.
Right, let's get this on there. So AHSOKA, guys,
Oh yeah.
and I want to know what you lot out there think about it as well. Oh, actually, Simon's saying KO's out there as well. KO, what was it like meeting KO, guys?
Yeah. Well, I've met him a few times because he goes to the same meeting as me, the log meeting. So
Oh, this is you met him before.
yeah. Because he goes there and we all meet there and he'll have like the pizza.
Really?
Yeah, true to form.
That's
So,
what we
yeah.
like to hear.
Yeah, his build's really good. 'Cause it's like a medieval scene, and you've got like a skeleton invasion, so you've got like them defending against that. It's really detailed. Yeah, really good.
I think skeletons are really good ones to use as villains.
I think so. Yeah. But yeah, I think there's a wizard in there as well. Yeah, but I did invade. But that was one of the ones I did invade with my minifigure as well. So.
Well, I do wonder when we're going to get the. It's quite clever. The wizard.
Oh yeah.
Gift with purchase. I like that.
I have heard a rumor about that. I don't know if I should.
Tell us a rumor. Tell us a rumor.
I believe that is meant to be the gift with purchase over Black Friday.
Friday. Okay. Black
Yeah,
Friday
so-
post. 26th of November.
I believe that is when that is due to release.
I've got a really funny feeling. I'm doing something on Black Friday.
They'll run it the whole weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what they're like. They run out after about 10 minutes, probably.
Yeah, that's true.
That is also true, yeah.
Which Black Friday kind of lasts a month now, anyway, doesn't it? It's
Oh God! It starts in bloody June. I mean, like Black Friday in June. It's like, you having a laugh? Oh. Basically, I think since it's really hit the shores of the UK, it just seems to change every year to me. Actually, I think Craig had the Vikings set on show on his Instagram. That's a good set to build.
I
But-
saw that. Oh, that was so good.
I need to see that for real. But yeah, it's not something I'll get, but it is a good set. I may get another blacksmith shop.
Oh, yeah, 'cause that's retiring this year, isn't it, as well?
Yeah, I do like that. Very good set.
I mean, you get to build the tree again.
Oh, lucky you.
Yeah, lucky me. I don't know. It's I don't know, man. There's some good sets coming out. What do you think of the? Before we talk about AHSOKA, then, guys, what's your thoughts on the potential for the Natural History Museum?
I quite like the idea of it, actually. After seeing, was it Lewis's build? He did that, a natural history one. At the, is it Brickworld Chicago? He did it. We saw that video. I think
Oh yeah, I know the one you mean.
yeah.
The
But
big
yeah,
like
'cause-
open side one.
yeah, that's right. And you
Yeah.
could change the scenes, couldn't he, for the different Lego themes? I think it was. But yeah, after seeing that, it has made me think. Actually, yeah, you could do it really well. So yeah, I'd be quite interested to see it. I think it could be a really good one.
Yeah,
If
I
it's
think
done
Lewis
right,
is
that
going
is. But
Lewis will be back on again on Friday.
cool.
It
Cool,
will be.
cool.
So we can chat with him about that then. But yeah, no, I agree. I think it's a great idea, actually. I want a theatre But I'll take the Natural History Museum. I just wonder what they're going to fill it up with. That's the thing.
Natural history.
Well, I think now's a good time to buy, if you haven't got it, the Lego Ideas dinosaur set.
Yeah.
That's
See, what
I've done.
Well, what they could do, because you know, like how they've done Green Guts this year, and they've got the gift with purchase actually was something to do with that. I think if they're doing the Natural History Museum or a museum, they could do then the gift with purchase as another bit you could put in there for like another display or something, maybe. I mean, that could be a good way of actually having it linked to it a bit better, because I think the removal van was a bit tenuous with the Jazz Club slightly.
Yeah, no, I agree. And I like it if they did it at the right time with it as well.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, come on. It's like a month later is bad, isn't it?
Yeah. It seems to be doing that with the modulars, because they did it with the Vintage Taxi as well, didn't they?
Yep.
That was a bit later, which annoyed people.
But I tell you what, right? Since since the economy has started going a little bit south, I mean, it's fluctuating a bit at the moment, let's face it. But I think now Lego, because their refusal to make their sets cheaper and discount them as much, they seem to be really pushing out the gift with purchases these days, aren't they?
Yeah.
To be fair, the moving van's been available like 7 different times. They've just said, yeah, we'll put this gift with purchase back on again.
Does seem that way.
Yeah, it's fairly easy to get a hold of, I think, that one. They should keep putting it out.
What's your thoughts on the maze that's come out, Sam?
I still couldn't, for the longest time, I couldn't figure out how it actually worked. And then what bit went where, but it's cool. Yeah, it's definitely different.
Yeah, I think it's not a bad idea. Right, well, that's the middle section done, at least up to this point. Anyway, so that's bags. I'm on bag 4 next. Not a bad time. Lost about 10 minutes trying to work out what we did, but there's something quite Flash Gordon about this design. This section. It's like the old black and white ship that through. Do you know what I mean? Of course, it wouldn't necessarily make a farting sound when it took off, unless, of course, it was using methane for energy. Think of the thrust on it, Sam. Be amazing, wouldn't it? But anyway, bag 4 now. So we'll get it up from here, as they say. But I am enjoying the build. The build is quite cool, actually. So this is bag 4. This is the one where you got. Come back here, you. Sabine. Sabine here. So let's just do that. If he goes back just a bit. There we go. That'll do. Actually, put that over there so it's the same as that. Yeah, that's pretty cool. This is the one with... so this is the bag where you get Sabine Wren. Sabine Wren's already built, folks. There we go. And there it is. There.
Yay.
It's a really good version of it as well. So it's pretty cool.
One of the,
Gaz, what's your favourite figure? I'm gonna think you're gonna say AU or Hu Yang. AU. Hu Yang. What do you, I think he's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, I think he probably is my favourite, just because it's a new mould.
Yeah,
the detailing is really good. So I think because it's on legs, and it's arms as well, isn't it? If I remember.
Yeah. Chat. What do you reckon? Who's your favourite character there? Marek, Sabine, AHSOKA. I think the lightsaber should have been better than what it is, really. I think it should have been white, frosted white, not frosted translucent. Or Hu Yang. I like Hu Yang, actually. Having now seen him in real life, I sort of think, yeah, it's quite cool. And that's probably a good segue into talking about it. What did you think of Hu Yang? I thought he was quite a pivotal character in it, personally.
Yeah, I think he's quite a good character for sort of trying to unite them, really, and it's one of those things as well. And it's, he was like, you're better together, and it turns out, yes, they were better together, actually, when it all came down to it. So
he said it, didn't he? KO says Greg is my favourite figure. That's kind of nice and scary at the same time. Yeah, exactly. And don't forget, folks, if you want to know a little bit more about Sam, and frankly, who wouldn't?
Who wouldn't? Exactly.
and you want to know a little bit more about the minifig Who and his obsession with Doctor Who and why that is, then check out their details. You'll find them down in the description below. And while you're down there, do us a favour, give us a thumbs up. If you're watching this back, if you're part of the replay gang, do us a favour. Give us a thumbs up as well. And say hi as well in the comments. Want to know, say hello, have a little chat. Be good to get to know you. So, what did Frankie think of? Did Frankie go with you? I'm presuming he did for the weekend.
Yeah,
of Lego Shenanigans.
Yeah, it's just actually may. Oh, well, if I say it, it'll kind of maybe keep them going. But it's a case of maybe I could do something like that. If you're like, yeah, come on then. Yeah, come on. So might be a bit of an inspiration to make.
What, to get him into Lego?
Well, potentially, yeah, because there was a couple of bits there that so like he's like a gamer really as well, so like playing like some pretty cool games like on the PS, and there was a few displays there that were actually the ones. So they had Fallout 4 display. They had a Last of Us, so it's all the actual little scenes from the games. They had Portal. I think they had a Final Fantasy. But they had this other one called Days Gone, which Sam Witwer, who voices Darth Maul, also does the voice of the lead character in it. Cool. So that's quite a good game. So yeah, so we saw a couple of those, and it's kind of got the creative juices flowing there as well. So potentially, there is the possibility.
Well, you'd help him as well, wouldn't you? You'd help him out with all that.
Yeah, of course, yeah. So it's like, what sort of part do you need? Certainly
cool.
Give some pointers. So yeah.
What sort of part do you need? Here's how to buy a Bricklink. You're not touching mine.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
yeah,
I wasn't going to say that, but yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, would you be all right with him sharing your parts? I mean, it's a part of your life. So, how deep does that love go? That's what we want to know.
Depends how expensive the part is.
How deep is your love?
But yeah, so yeah, it could be good. But yeah,
it could be good. He's trying everything he can now to get away from the subject.
Well, I don't want to sort of force anybody into anything, but it's
like, here we go.
Come on. Well, it has been said to a few people, and it's like,
of course.
Come on, we have witnesses now as well. So
we're only pulling your leg,
and we weren't trying to certainly say, yeah, definitely keep going, do it, yeah. So. All fun.
I don't know if that's better or worse. Actually, KO. He's saying no, it's not me. He's saying it's Greg Wallace. He means. I'm sure Greg Wallace could cook you a very nice pizza. So, guys, was you tired when you got there? Were the brick pods okay? Because Friday night was it wasn't super early or anything like that. But did Ian manage to get his pieces there in one piece?
They did actually. It's actually quite good. What they used, because they had the foam. So they had so I didn't see them unpacking because it was kind of just get everything out on the table. But because I was paying a bit more attention when we were packing up, because it just was for some reason. So they had these cake boxes. So it's a case of the stuff was packed. So you'd have the lid. Then this foam was on the top there, and they obviously cut the bits out with the foam just so everything would sit in and it wouldn't move. Nice. And they could just literally just put the lid of the cake box on, and that was it. They was quite solid. So I don't think there was anything rebuilding at all when they got there.
Oh, that's great. I mean, that took Ian a good couple of hours to do. And it does pay. The time you put in the time into that. That's good. That's good because Craig's got a pretty decent way of traveling with it all and stuff like that. So
cool.
That's why he modularizes everything he builds.
Yeah, it's I think if you can do that, it's so much easier, because if you've got this massive thing, unless you've got some way of actually transporting it securely, and there's nothing going to touch it at all, and it's not going to move, then modularizing is definitely the best way. But I think, I don't know, ruin in case it's in one of our videos, but I don't think Johanna's came apart that much at all. But I think because they've got a van, I think they're able to secure it somehow.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm sure she'll probably have a video around that or something.
Oh yeah, I know. I hope so too. Actually,
Yeah,
I
it's
might even
good
get in
to
touch
see.
with her. So if she's got any pictures of it, she wants to send me.
Oh yeah, it was really good to see. You know, everyone actually that we saw, because we haven't seen some of them for a while. And,
Yeah.
I know that she's been quite full on since she's swapped jobs.
Well, she's changed career, hasn't she? So
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
things are a little bit different for her now.
Yeah.
Now I've been advised to put these stickers on when I've built the section up. Would you say that was the right thing to do? Sir?
I would definitely agree.
Okay, I'll do that as well then.
I'm not sure why they didn't do that in the instructions in the first place, because it does make it so much easier.
Oh, have either of you guys watched Loki yet?
No.
I haven't, no.
I did. It's bonkers, but it's really, really good bonkers. Guys, you'll love it from a time point of view, I think. Oh, I actually think about that.
It's all quite time travel-ish, is it?
Yeah, very. But it's really, I just love the way they film it. The cinematography is so good.
It makes all the difference sometimes with stuff like that, because it's just adds like a new dimension to it as well, especially if you are.
It's got its own style, that's for sure. KO says he's not watched it yet. Has anyone out there watched it at all? Simon says, do we need to rewatch Loki to remember what's going on? Not really. It's so bonkers that no, I don't think we do. But it is really well acted, to be honest. So guys, did you get any ideas for what you'd like to maybe do next year if you go to the show, or are you going to continue building upon what you've done already?
Yeah, I've thought of some ideas, and none of them cheap either. So, which is always the way, because it's like, you know, because was it one guy had this so he had like this long scene where you had like a church on a hill, you go down, there's like a train track and stuff, and you had this church with like a graveyard, but they had all these little sensors along the way that, you know, if you activated the sensor, something would happen. So he had this sensor by the graveyard. You know, you just activated it, and this grave would split open, and this zombie would come out.
Oh,
and it's like,
wow.
So I'm just thinking, is there any way I can use something similar for something? And it's like, oh my god. So I thought, is there a way I can motorize or have something so there's like a more interactive element? And it's like, oh god, how much would that cost? How can I do it? So
That's the thing, isn't it?
Crazy ideas. But you know, if you can teach yourself how to do some things, it's just an extra add-on, isn't it? So yeah.
But it is, yeah. Did you ever motorize stuff, Sam, when you're doing your mocks?
I've started to try and play around with motors. It's very, very fiddly, but if you can get it to look right, it looks really, really impressive. Yeah. Motors are it's a long task to try and get it working right. I'm so like impressed by some of the stuff that people do with motors.
Oh,
yeah, it blows my mind to even think about it a lot of the time.
Yeah, because it is a different dimension in thinking, isn't it? Really.
Yeah.
Guys, were there any outstanding sort of displays that you saw there as well? The ones that you saw, oh, that is really good, that you maybe hadn't seen before?
Yeah, I think there were a couple. There was the they had excuse me, they had this Avengers scene actually, which I did hijack as well. So they had the iconic moment from the first Avengers film, you know, when they're all grouped together in New York City with like the cracked street and all that. Yeah,
doing the camera turn around it.
So they had that, and they had like them all there, and they had like the Daily Bugle in the back, and they had like some buildings around the side, and like their little flyover bit there. So that was really cool. And then immediately next to that, then you had the scene from Avengers Endgame with like all the portals opening. So they had all these different ones and like people flying out, walking out, and all that. So that was really cool because it was just really bright and colourful.
Yeah.
I think they had lights in it as well, maybe. So yeah, they had that. But as I said, and then there's a little one as well, like the Crystal Maze, which I just thought was really cool because we used to watch it. And I think they had like, depending on how familiar you are with the Crystal Maze, they had like.
Oh, I loved it. I used to watch it all the time. It was brilliant. It was with Richard O'Brien. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. So they had him and they had they had Mumsy with a crystal ball in the medieval zone, which was really cool. It's like, oh my god, all these moments. But then there was a couple of the castle builds. They had this really cool. I mean, I'm not a fan necessarily of like mini dolls generally, but they had this really cool one, and it was Princess Avenue, I think it was called. So it was just like a street, so like almost like terraced houses almost. Over this row just outside of like the Disney gates. So you'd have like the Disney gates where all the Disney princesses would go to work, and then they'd sort of finish there and go back to their houses. So they all were in their like normal housewear. So, like just jackets and baseball caps on, I think Cinderella had on.
Yeah.
And it was all like, they've finished work in the Disney studio. So they go back home and they put their slobbies on, sort of thing. It's just really quite cool.
Yeah, it's like a sort of an alternative viewpoint of what they get up to and stuff.
So it's really cool little twist in it, because it's almost like that bit in the second Wreck-It Ralph film where Vanellope sort of meets them all and sort of makes them all end up in like the slobbies and stuff. So it's really quite a nice idea, and I haven't really seen. I mean, you don't see many mini doll displays anyway, but that was just quite a nice idea and a really good way of sort of showing a different side of them, I think, as well. So that was quite cool.
Oh, that's pretty cool. It's really cool, in fact.
Yeah.
Oh, we've got Carrie's out there as well. Got to pop the kids to bed. I think we'll be streaming us eating takeaway this evening. Oh,
they didn't get us a takeaway again. Oh.
Yeah.
It was quite funny actually on Saturday when we got there. So we parked outside like the unloading bay. So we went in, find out where we were. So we went round to the tables, and there was no one there. So it's like, okay, brilliant, this is where we are. Went back to the car. We got a couple of boxes, went back to the tables, and the brick bods were there already. And they were there with, they obviously stopped in McDonald's just to get a quick breakfast.
Really?
Really?
Like Carrie's useless without a breakfast, unless she's had breakfast. It's pointless, basically.
Well, that was the thing. It was like they had their McDonald's breakfast yesterday, and then this morning I think they had their they stayed local in the area as well. I think they got one of the local ones, and they made sure they had the breakfast. So, and that's what the joke was. Then,
you
gotta get the breakfast. Yeah,
you ain't gonna see her until breakfast has been served. Basically, that's the thing. But yeah, I'll have to find out where they stayed actually. Right, I'm going to apply a sticker. Oh, definitely. I'm glad they got there okay, because I think Ian said they were leaving before 6. That's a pretty early start.
Yeah, I think there wasn't because of the time of day it was as well. I mean, certainly I know we're closer in comparison, but I think traffic-wise in general it wasn't as bad getting in. I know the previous year there was quite a awful crash on the M4, which kind of snarled it all up around Swindon so I think they ended up having to go around the magic roundabout and stuff as well, which isn't that magical either. So.
What are you talking about? The magic roundabout's the most fantastic piece of vehicle engineering in the UK, potentially the world.
Talking about the TV show, I was going to like back in the 70s. I think we were on a hangover from the 60s. They were when they came out of that show.
Last year I went to Steam. I wasn't able to go this year, but last year I went, and one of the main things I wanted to do when I was in Swindon was like, I need to visit the Magic Roundabout while I'm here. And I think because there was train strikes that weekend, I got a lift with Tech coming back, and he says like, right, do you want me to take you to the Magic Roundabout? So there is a picture out there of Tech taking a picture of me next to the Magic Roundabout sign with my thumbs up. that is out there somewhere.
Brilliant.
I'm really enjoying this build. This is like...
It is a good little set, yeah.
It is really good, yeah. Oh, well, that's one of the wings built, folks. So we're doing all right. We're doing all right. Hanging in there. Right, bag 5 now. Simon says, "How does Ian get Ian get chicken for breakfast?" There we go. Yeah, funny that, isn't it? I wonder how. But yeah. Oh, Brickbods are saying, "Hey, Brickbods, you owe me a pizza." She says, "I know, I go to work every day without breakfast." Yeah, I can't imagine it. I'd imagine that full English breakfast every morning before Ian leaves for the office. There we go. Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, I wonder, did they stay in an Airbnb or?
No, I think it was a travel lodge. I think.
Oh, okay.
I think it was. But yeah, because there are a couple that are quite close by as well to the actual venue as well, which is.
I might do that next year then. If I can't do it next year, because I'm doing a lot of things next year, then it's really only time. That'll be the thing.
Yeah.
So anyway, Ahsoka. What did you think of it, Gaz? Did you enjoy it? Do you think it's the best bit of Star Wars we've had since Disney took over? What's your thoughts about it? And let me know what you guys think as well. Give you a shout out.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it actually. I do still think I should watch it back as well. But I think there were several moments at the end, even though it was kind of a slightly downbeat ending in the sense that the situations have been completely reversed and they were stranded, and obviously the baddies are back. I found it really satisfying. I actually really, really enjoyed it, and it just makes you really want to see more. It's like, come on, what's going to happen now? It's like with Baden Skull, what's he going to do with the Mortis gods as well?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Hey, Ruler, good to see you, dude. Check out the survey, folks, as well. Let me know what you think. Should this shuttle become a UCS set?
Yeah, I think so.
Who was your favorite character? My favorite character in it was Baden Skull. Obviously, Ahsoka was very good as well.
Yeah,
but
I actually think that Ezra was stupidly well cast. It was just so perfect. It was ridiculous. I don't know who my favorite was. I think Hu Yang, maybe just because of not just because of the actor, but I think he was just a good all-round character. He was kind of consistent, yet kind of the best person all the time. And when he was funny, oh my gosh, he just killed it as well. It was just.
What did you do? We know how she got to meet Hu Yang? Like,
there is a couple of episodes in the Clone Wars that focus on Ahsoka and Hu Yang. But it doesn't. You wouldn't think from that. Oh, they're definitely going to have to rely on each other's lives in about 30 years' time, and the timeline from there.
Yeah, because I was saying earlier on, guys, I finished the Ahsoka. The Ahsoka Audible, and there's no mention of him in that.
Oh, okay. So is that like a prequel? Is it they've done it as? Yeah,
it basically is the story. I mean, of her coming to terms with what's happened and how she got her white lightsabers.
Okay.
So yeah, and she kind of has a bit of a battle with the sixth brother and all those sort of things. But yeah, it was a good story. It's not nothing too deep and meaningful or anything like that, and certainly not one of the best. But it was a good story. Kind of fills in a little bit, and now it makes me want to sort of watch back the Ahsoka series once again.
I think it is one of those series that you could just watch. You can rewatch a couple of times, loads of times. I think so. Like, one of the things I think I found satisfying as well was at the end when Sabine was able to use the Force. I think it was because I know there's a few people online have been like, why could she suddenly use it, and she hasn't shown any aptitude before. But I think the answers are all there. I mean, for me anyway. So it could be wrong, but I think she could use it because she was kind of more at peace with who she was, she was kind of a bit more in sync with Ahsoka, because they had that resolution as well. Because obviously she was a bit expecting to get a row from Ahsoka. She was like, no, I'm going to stand by you because that's what we do.
Yeah.
And I think that I think there's kind of a sort of a balance there between the two. Maybe that sort of centered her a bit more as well, because obviously she was suffering with the loss of her parents and homeworld. But yeah, I think now she's kind of, she's found that little balance within herself, and then it's maybe just flowing through her now. That sounds a bit wrong, but
yeah, I think so too. Plus, she was kind of really needed to. It was a bit like a sort of Luke Skywalker situation when he was on Hoth, where she was kind of trying to beckon the lightsaber to come to her, and then she did the maneuver that Ben did in the sequels. So I thought it was quite good. Interesting that everyone can use the Force, or not necessarily always have the ability, but if you kind of practice enough, you get to be able to use it and stuff like that. I'm intrigued though with does everyone know that? Does everyone know that they can use the Force if they kind of practice enough? I don't know. What do you reckon, Sam? Do you reckon
do they say that? Do they say that in the show explicitly?
No, but Lucas did say it in an interview. He said everyone has the ability to use the Force.
So, then in that case, I don't think that everyone would know it.
Yeah, it's not like it's a badly advertised, sort of kept secret in that galaxy, isn't it?
I do wonder as well if they start the next series, though, are they going to have to say in a galaxy far, 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 far away, because they're obviously that further out again. But
in a galaxy even further away than normal.
Yeah, in a little bit further than we've been before. But it's like,
well, they're not hanging around there, but the story will go back there, doesn't it? Because they've got to get them back again. I just wonder if someone like Hera will just build something to get them back there or something like that,
Yeah, because if they what's her name, Morgan, Elspeth can do it, then there's nothing to say they can't do it as well, really.
And Ezra's pretty solid proof that some people that they are alive.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. They can't do what they said last time, that they were going on false hope. No, I'm here. Hi.
Yeah, like, hello. I can tell you all about it. And yeah, because there was that guy that was always against it, wasn't there? On the so you kind of wonder what he's going to do now, unless he was kind of like part and parcel of the people that were imperial. What do they call them? People that were still kind of
imperial remnants.
Remnants. That's it. Yeah, imperial remnants. That's the phrase.
Is he meant to be the dad of the character in Resistance or something?
I think they've got the same last name, so I think so. Yeah, I haven't seen Resistance personally, so I'm not like too clued in. But yeah, I think so.
Oh, have we? So there are rumors flying around about the tie-ins to other series due next year. I hope we do get something next year, because we're gonna go on a bit of a barren run now.
Oh yeah, from the
Carrie got a Kinder as well.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah,
that Kinder is for Ian. Very cool. Very cool. Oh, that is very cool. Actually, I love that. That's very thoughtful, KO.
Yeah, I think he gave one to both of them. I think he gave one to Carrie first, and then he came back to give one to Ian, and he wasn't there, so Carrie was trying to convince him to give it to her to look after.
Oh yeah.
I think he saw through that one. So. That said, who was it that went? I think it was Mark, Ollie, and Carrie did manage to find the Cadbury shop on Saturday. So
there's a Cadbury shop up there, is there?
Yeah, because it's right next to the outlet centre. So you've got like loads of the shops there, and you've got food courts. So you've got Wagamama.
Love waggers.
Yeah. So we went and had a cheeky one of those yesterday lunchtime.
Love that. Katsu curry, thank you very much.
Yep. And the was it the Korean bao buns they do as well? They're quite nice.
Oh, bao bun. Do you like a waggers, Sam?
I haven't had one in a very long time, but the last time I did it, I did remember enjoying it. Yeah. It must be probably before COVID the last time I had one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's been a long time.
No, there's a few of them around in town in London. No, I love them. I do enjoy a waggers. Katsu curry. I had one actually the morning I went to Spain. They got a wagger mamas at Gatwick.
In the airport.
Yeah. I was a bit too late to have their breakfast. Their breakfasts are really nice there, so I had to have lunch.
Oh wow, I didn't know they did breakfast actually.
Waggers is a really nice breakfast. It's lovely.
Cool.
It is.
What do they do for the breakfast?
Oh, they do like an English breakfast. It's
okay.
Yeah. It's all quite ordinary sort of stuff, but it's kind of nicely done at the same time as well. How's your build coming along, guys? Sorry, dude. I know you're building some Star Wars Starfighter, a pretty good one as well, actually.
Yeah,
How's
so
it going?
I've got this far so far.
Oh, you built the fuselage.
Yeah, there's some nice twin engine action going on there as well.
Oh yeah, very nice. Is that what the stickers like on that one, Gaz?
Not too bad. I mean, there's this many. So, I mean, it's not a huge amount really. It's just more for the detail. I mean, you could get away with not putting them on at all if you wanted, but I'm gonna, because why not?
Have you built any of the figures yet for it?
Yes, actually. Excuse me, sorry. My throat's so dry. I'm like, oh. So yeah, so I've got Obi-Wan and I can't remember the name.
Tall neck.
Honwee, is that the name of that?
Yeah,
one?
that's right.
All of them are different names, and I don't know which one's which.
What is it? Hongwee.
Tonwee.
Tomwee. Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds like an order for something.
I've been an alien and called Tom. What sort of name is that?
He was Tom, the Kaminoan.
As long as the brother's not Bruce, it'll be Bruce Wee.
Very cool. Actually, you know the actress that plays Morgan? Her grandfather is Bruce Lee.
Well, that's cool. Oh, that's probably why because she did a lot of the sort of fighty bits, didn't she, as well? So I don't know if she did it with a stunt double, did she?
I really enjoyed that saber fight that she had. And we got ourselves a mystical, like magical sword as well, which I thought was quite good.
I mean, as a character though, she must have been a bit gutted though. Like, she just gets all these powers, and it's like, we need you to go over there now.
You're gonna lose them immediately.
Dude, yeah. I thought she was totally stitched up, and I think for a second she was thinking about that as well. But I think she quite fancied Thrawn too, you know.
Oh yeah.
Who wouldn't?
Yeah. Old red eyes.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Two gay folks say we love waggers. Yeah, me too, man. I adore it. Well, here we go. Went into Milton Keynes store today and was surprised. This is from BRICKTASTIC UK. At the size of the Venator, going to need to take a lot of space to fit that one into my collection. Yeah, I totally want that, big time. Our stream room is a state. Might need to spend the stream fixing that and eating a takeaway, BrickBods. You've got to have your time taken up for that, that's for sure. Hey all, Minark's back home. I'm presuming you're back home now, Minark. Good to see you, dude.
Yeah, I think the train was on time today as well, so that's such an improvement over last year as well. So I think,
well, I mean, you're lucky they're not striking today, really.
Because they were in the week, weren't they?
Yeah.
At some point as well, so yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check them out this week actually, because I was going to go into the office tomorrow by car because I got the post. I've got a courier coming around tomorrow to collect a load of Gemma's equipment because obviously now she's left the office. So I can't go then. And then Tuesday, I was thinking, I don't know if I want to go in because the weather's going to be so nice. I want to sort of maximize being able to do some stuff at home as well. So I don't know. To see how it goes. But you know what I mean? It's like doing some stuff in the like I was like yesterday, and I tell you what, right, it's really hard work. I completely washed down the outside of the cabin. Oh, something there. And that took 5 hours. That did 5 hours, and it burned over 1,500 calories. Yesterday, I was like, that was a massive calorie burn day. That was. So I'm tracking these sort of things now. But no, it was good. Let's pop that in there. Pop in the last. Is it the last sticker? It is actually. I tell you what, damn right. To do the sticker after you've applied all the plates and tiles around it, it's definitely the way to do it. For that,
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah. Did you do that, Sam? Or
I did, yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely the way to have done it.
It would be a struggle if you don't.
100%. Oh, and he is. Good stuff, Mark. I'm glad.
Good.
Okay, of course, Mark lives. I mean, Mark's an hour away from me, so you can kind of see. Mark, just out of curiosity, how long did it take you on the train to get there as well? And I heard everyone had a good time, so can't wait to hear all about that. Oof, let's pop that in there.
Yeah, it definitely makes a difference as well. I think if you are there with people you know, because you can just have a bit of a chat as well in the downtime, and you can also then sort of say, I just need to, I don't know, I want to go and get a bacon sandwich or go and get some fresh air, and it's like, yeah, I'll look after your stuff, no worries.
Oh, dude, I know that's why I think it's a lovely thing to do. Sam, would you think of going there next year at all?
Yeah, I don't see why not. It's just the timing didn't really work for me. For I would have gone just now. Sorry, this weekend. But yeah, it's going to LEGO conventions is one of the most fun things. One of my favorite things about doing all the LEGO stuff. Just meeting like-minded people.
Tell us a little bit about Scarif and that collaboration.
Oh yeah, that was well, it started at a LEGO convention. Basically, a group of me, Planet Tech, and a group of other builders. We have our own little lug called Gunk Lug, and we wanted to do a Scarif collaboration where we each did a couple of base plates each, and then pushed them all together to create a big Scarif display. And yes, that's basically, we all got our own, we picked out which bits we wanted to recreate, and then we came up with like a consistent like scheme, like the base plates all had to be this many bricks tall so that they all meet together, and they all had like the same things on the outsides. And yeah, so when they were pushed all together, they formed a pretty cool mock. And then we did it, we put it together there, and then basically we ended up having to redisplay it because one of the builders wasn't at the first one. So then we just booked out a room in a little town hall, and it was a nice little mini event type thing.
Dude, it's a great idea. I mean, from the pictures and that I saw, that I thought it looked great. And I messaged Tech. I said, "Look, dude, great idea, great name for a lug as well."
Yes.
And to do, and what that was pretty cool as well. That this month's Lego Star Wars magazine
has a little gunk in it. Yeah,
has got a gunk droid in it.
And you've all got your own sort of
yes.
gunk.
I'm trying to see if I've got mine handy. I'm not sure. Oh yes, I do have it handy. So basically, we all have like this gonk template that we each needed to customize to make our own one. And
Great
because
idea.
of my my llama mech that I made, I also made a little llama gonk to go alongside it. See, that's my little one. I'm really happy without doing that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so awesome. I love that.
He normally
Brilliant,
is
mate.
holding little maracas in his hands as well. I'm not sure whether.
Oi,
But yeah.
Can you shake his maracas? That's what I want to know.
Oh, it can. Yeah.
This is going to be a slightly left field question, but did anyone watch Strictly last night? I love a bit of Strictly, as we all know. What a great night it was. It was movie night, which is one of my favorites. But they were celebrating Disney's 100th anniversary, and I said at the beginning, I said, "Oh yeah, they're showing Steamboat Willie." So we had all the family over last night as well. I had a bit of a do. It was really good fun, and I said to them. I said, "Oh yeah, they've
got a gift with purchase coming soon."
Yeah, I said, "Oh, they're celebrating Disney's 100th anniversary." And of course, right after that, Tess Daly says, "Oh, and thank you for blah 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 celebrating Disney 100 years." And then right away, "How do you know that?" I said, "Because I'm getting a gift with purchase in a couple of weeks for it." I was like, "What?" But anyway, it was it was one of the first few times I've been a Lego AFOL dude that actually came up with something that was actually sort of quite popular with the family. There's like 10 of them going. There is a point to collecting Lego. But anyway, he's back. He enjoyed it. He said he got there Swindon to Reading, 30 minutes on train. Very cool. Steam is amazing to display at. I'm getting 2 AFOLs. Guys, you do mocks? Would you ever display there? Dan Simon, 2 AFOLs. Hey, both. I'm really glad to hear you had a good time, Mark. Right, on to the last bag. I might actually finish this on time. Can you believe it? I'm getting better and better at these streams, and I like the fact you can do this. Look at that. Check it out, folks. I think I know it's got the cockpit in it, but I do think that's I do think it's quite attractive, just like that. To be honest, I quite like it. Looks like something like the Cylons from Battlestar Galactica. It's a really nice set. I do like it. I might even buy a display stand for this because I know Wicked Bricks are doing one for the Ghost, but I don't know if they still got any left. They were doing like 500, I think they were, something like that. But I don't know. Do either of you ever go for those stands? And does anyone else out there go for those stands as well? Let me know if you do. And check out the survey as well, folks. Survey is asking, would you like to see AHSOKA's T-6 shuttle made into a UCS ship? Yes, we need this. 15%. Oh, that's quite low. Undecided. Not sure. 35%. No. 50%. It's not been around long. I kind of agree with that. I felt that about the Razor Crest, to be honest. But that's arguably one of the best UCS sets.
Well.
Loving the tray system, Greg. Red, blue. Yeah, I love these trays. I do, because that's the thing. The only way I was going to build this in 3 hours was simply down to doing a bit of pre-sorting, which is all it is. It's just sorting it out. So, and it says it cuts down on a little bit of noise as well, guys. It really does. And thank you for noticing as well. I do appreciate that. Monarch says, Dan, Simon, 2 goals. Hey, Beth. So yeah, great to see you all. And it's quite nice. The reason I love doing these London Eye streams, folks, is because it's so different to doing London Calling. And this is the first one that Sam's been on. What do you think of it, Sam? What do you think of the build
fun,
speed?
yeah, it's a different vibe, but I do like it. Yeah,
it's kind of friendly for builders. Sam, do you do reviews on your channel?
I don't typically. No, it's mainly just mock things. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to review this. I'll probably do the video for it over the weekend, folks. I'll try and find something about it that no one else has picked up on. It's probably easier said than done, really. But I do enjoy these live streams, and I think maybe I'll do a few more streams as well. Only because we're kind of getting to the darker days now, aren't we, of the year?
Oh yeah. Already.
It's when I think next month it's November. It's like it's bonkers, isn't it?
Oh. It's like, I'm sure it's only just gone May, isn't it? And it's like, oh, hang on, no, it's October now. So what?
I know. Well, Sam was saying next year is 10 years since
The Force Awakens.
The Force Awakens came
Yeah.
out. And he says he's feeling old and he's 21.
That's
I'm like, I'm over double your age, Sam.
Oh gosh. Yeah, it's like when you hear like milestone stuff like that, it's like, oh really? And you just
Well,
god.
To be fair, with that in mind, we're going to get a lot of those sets next year, then, aren't we?
Oh yeah. Well, I don't know, because they do tend to seem to just ignore it, don't they? Completely.
Sometimes they go like all in, like they did for Return of the Jedi this year, but then they didn't even like. They could have gone further.
Yeah.
Like, we didn't get any Jabba stuff. We didn't get much. Like you'd have thought. Like,
I guess barge. Are we going to get one of those?
Yeah, I think that's due for next year though, so that's weird.
Probably.
That they didn't put it out
That
this
would
year.
be good though. But dude,
I would be very interested in that. That's
I've always wanted it. I've always wanted the Jabba sail barge.
Yeah, especially the way they do stuff now as well. I mean, it would be pretty good unless they holding it back to do it. You know, like the Mos Eisley type.
Love that set. Have you got that set, Sam?
What, the Mos Eisley?
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
Well, you don't know if you've got it, or you don't.
No. I don't have it. I bought all of the exclusive figures off of Brooklyn because I knew I definitely wanted those.
Yeah, you get the agent with the long nose, don't you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And the devil-looking character, I love that one.
Yeah, he's cool. Those were the parts that I knew I definitely wanted, but like the set. Because I'm more of a mock person, I don't typically buy that many sets generally. But yeah,
your mocks are brilliant, mate. Honestly, I love them when you on just to see how you kind of talk through it as well. And I was going to do that with Emilee, who was on London Calling from Lego Masters, folks. But obviously, she had a few technical issues, so she was only with us for about an hour and a bit. But we'll get her back on again, folks. We're going to get her on soon as well with her and Kelly. So watch this space for that.
Oh, that'd be cool.
It will be. She'll be back. She'll be back. And boy, is she full of energy. I love that. I wasn't quite prepared for that, to be honest. I was going to be all British and reserved for her, and she's like, "Wow, she is a pocket rocket, amazing." I should have listened to the 2K folks. They said to me, "Oh, it's going to be fun with her on, chaotic fun." It was that's for sure.
Yeah, she was good laugh.
Polar Bricks is out there as well. Polar Bricks, good to see you, dude. Hope all is good with you. Hope you had a wonderful weekend.
They get back okay.
So Polar Bricks was there as well?
Yeah, they were. It was quite funny actually because they're there sort of. I think they were around there most of the day, and then they sort of said their goodbyes. I think it was probably about between 4:30, and then they sort of materialised again like 20 minutes later.
Like, came back again. They probably went waggers.
Well, yeah, they might have done, yeah. So,
probably had a katsu curry, got a second win, and thought, oi, let's get back there.
That's right. Yeah, no, it was cool to see them.
Was Polar there with their partner?
Yeah, they're both there, yeah, that's really cool. They're really, I think they always get some really good shots as well. You know, photographs, that's the word. Because I think I've seen some on the channel, and it's just been some really cracking shots. You know, the way it's been shot is really well done.
Yeah.
So,
well, I tell you what, Brickbods, if you don't mind sending me a link to where you stayed, and would you recommend it? I'll go there next year, but I'll probably go there, or I'll probably go there for the Sunday, something like that, because it'll be quite a thing to get there early on Saturday. But I don't know though, Gaz, do you think you could do 2 days there, or do you think it's just really good for one day? Like visiting.
It's hard to tell because it depends. Because I know this year was bigger. There was more there than this. Sorry, start again. There was more there this year than last year. Because last year it was almost like it was in two halves. Because you go in by where Johanna was, you go through the tunnel, and it ended there. Then you had like a walk through the museum with nothing there until you then got to the main hall. But this year they actually had stuff around the corner again, so it's kind of, I think next year, I mean, there could potentially be more there again, and there'd be more to see. So, potentially, it could be a 2-day one, but again, it's hard to tell. But
yeah, did you manage to see everything in one day though when you was there, or could you? Do you think you, as it stands at the moment?
Yeah, I could have done. I didn't know. I can't, because it's really weird though, because you're there and you kind of lose track of time a bit, and then it's like, I can do that in a minute. I can do that in a minute because you're there, and then you kind of never do, and then you just and you're like, I'll have a look in the dealer's room because it's a bit busy at that one, and then you get there and then you go back afterwards. But then when you're displaying, you can kind of go back when everyone's gone.
How many people were exhibiting there? Were there a lot of people on displaying stuff?
I think so. Yeah, I don't know how many there were, because there were some really small ones as well. But
we'll have a good chat about it on Friday as well. I'm intrigued to know as well. BrickBods, are you guys going to be discussing it in your podcast next week? When they guys go, surely.
Yeah. They probably will. Yeah, because I think they usually do, don't they? I think it's usually afterwards. Unless there's any big Lego news, that's the other thing. So.
Maybe you should put together a display, Greg. Yeah, I am. I'm genuinely. I've got 2 really, I think, quite cool ideas. One small one big one. And
so, are you planning to display any shows?
No, not at the moment. But I don't think I'm going to have time to do it next year. But what I can do, I can work on it and then display it. I mean, I can build it ahead. But yeah, no, I am. I mean, I've not even built a mock before, so I don't want to get ahead of myself. But saying that, I do want to. I mean, the things I would be mocking would be buildings, but I've got something that I absolutely want to build that I've never seen anyone else do. Funny enough, which there could be a reason for that. Who knows?
You'll find out once you start.
But I think people would actually quite like it as it happens. Just saw some new Star Wars news there. But yeah, it's. I think it's a cool idea, but it'd be quite big. It'd be about that big. So it would be something that would be quite expensive, but something I'd want to do over a period of time to sort of. So I mean, it could take me a year to do. I don't know. It's an idea. The thing is, though, and you tell me what you think about this, Sam. Just having an idea that kind of excites you is probably half the battle, isn't it?
Pretty much, yeah. Getting something that you want to build a mock of is, because once you're like excited about something, it all comes pretty naturally from there.
Yeah. So that's good. So I've got that. So yeah, Carrie, just watch this space. I just want to say as well, hi to Red Carnage. I like to because I love the community and I love doing stuff in and around it. I'm already got my hotel booked for Manchester next year for BRICKTASTIC. So, and hopefully I'm going to be doing some stuff there as well, even if it's just doing London calling from there, which would be good, which would shine a big light on it. But that's stuff that's kind of irons in the fire at the moment. And
that could be so cool. It'd be like the old like Radio 1 Roadshow days, and you could just do like that live panel all in one room and stuff.
That's what I would do. Yeah, that's what I would do. It'd be all of us. It'd be like you're going there. I'll be there. Sam, are you displaying next year potentially?
Yeah. I plan to display something.
Right. So I'd want you there. And I've already got stuff in. Stuff that's kind of plodding along for when I go to Chicago next year as well. So watch this space, everyone. That's what I'm going to say to that. And I'm pretty open to most things. And there we go. That
London calling on tour.
It would be. I like to do it. It'd be Manchester calling and Chicago calling, which kind of excites me, really. To be honest, it really does. Anyway, we'll see. We'll see what people react to it, and obviously, I need to get in touch with the organisers. I'm going to get the organiser on as well from Chicago. And I'd like to get the organizer on from Manchester as well, who's actually in the stream tonight. He's actually in the chat. So I need to get an update on those things. It's all stuff that, you know, it's just ideas, folks, and then, you know. But anyway, good to see you, Red. Hope all is good with you. They said they've booked their time off for Manchester already. Yeah, I've penciled mine in. I've booked the hotels. I'm going to be up there on the Thursday as well. So I'm there for all day Friday. We're getting ready for the setups and hopefully running some tests. And then maybe, you know, we'll see what happens. I mean, I've already been talking to people about after Chicago, I'm going to Boston the following week. So getting people to stand in for that potentially as well, which of course, hopefully would be Ian and Carrie. This is the last part of it, folks. This is the part where the cockpit attaches, hopefully, to this. And there we go. Yeah, it's sweet you find out you've done it all wrong. Yeah. I was wondering, I was thinking, why is he only doing that? Of course, it's you got dare I say, pull the flaps in, and then it spins around. So anyway, Gaz, honestly, Gaz,
it's been a long weekend. Honestly,
it's like a big kiddie, isn't it? You say the word flaps, he just laughs. You got cats, haven't you, Gaz? Haven't you got cats?
Yes. Yeah.
Right. You got cat? Have you got a cat flap?
No.
Oh yeah. All right then.
No.
Oh, he's one of those, is he? Whatever that is. Anyway, but look, folks, this is. I'm not quite sure where do you even hold this thing? I'm going to hold it here. Oh no, I can't hold it like that. How do you hold it without taking your fingers off?
It's difficult. Yeah, you got just.
No, I can't do that with that. I'm pulling fingers away. There we go. Oh, it feels fairly special. I like this bit.
Yeah.
I don't know why I do, but it feels quite, as Jane says, it's quite satisfying. What do you lot think anyway? Red Carney says most probably we'll see you all at Bricktastic. Yeah, should do, mate. You're always in Manchester, Manchester or Bluewater. But there we go. What do you reckon, folks? I like it.
Yeah, that's really cool.
They're coming in too fast. I love it. I could just do that. Would it be mad, right? If in space, it kind of just flew like this, obviously. Not that it matters, nothing's aerodynamic in space, but to enable it to fly without any rocket propulsion, it just does that. So it's effectively a great big propeller. I don't know, is there such a thing? Could it happen? I don't know. They did that with the TIEs, didn't they? They had the, I forget what they called it now. What was it what was the film Rogue One, where they had those TIE, I'm thinking TIE Defenders, but that's not right.
TIE Defender is the one that goes around, yeah.
Yeah, but that's got the 3 prongs. But what was the one in Rogue One where they couldn't go out into space? But a Striker, that was it. TIE Striker. I think that was what they were called. Look them up, Sam. Look them up.
TIE Striker doesn't go around.
No. TIE Striker doesn't go round, but it can't go out into space. It's just, what do they call it? Gravity. I don't know. What do they call it when a craft can't go into space? There is a name for it. Anyone in the chat think what it could be? I don't know. But anyway, so there's the set. I really like it. I think the back end on it looks a bit weird. I think they should have just left that off maybe, because I can't see Sabine getting into that ever. It's completely pointless. And that almost highlights the fact of it being kind of out of scale, so to speak. Check out the survey, folks, because we'll be turning it off in just a tick. The BrickBods will be streaming pretty soon, I would have thought. In fact, in about 6 minutes. So we'll kind of wind down at that point. These are the figures that come with it. Anyone, what do you reckon, Sam? What's your favourite figure on there? I want to know what you lot in the chat think as well.
I actually quite like the Ahsoka herself. I like the new headpiece that they gave her, because that was remolded.
Yeah, that's good.
And you can always appreciate a good arm print.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It said that very sexily, did you?
Did I?
Yeah, I think you did. I can always appreciate a good arm print.
Okay.
Honestly, rewind it. Sam, you know what I mean? I think maybe it's that sexy Scottish voice that he's got, folks. What do you reckon?
Oh
yeah. Let me know in the chat what you guys think is your favourite one. Well, like I say, Gaz is just. I think Gaz is just going to say Hu Yang because it's got the word. It sounds like it's got the word "who" in it, and it's.
Oh yeah, there is that as well.
There is that as well. You see, I think he's the surprise one though. This guy, Marek. It's almost like he's almost too good. Do you know what I mean? Is it? I think. Here's a question for everyone. Tell me what you think about this, Sam. Especially, what about if we didn't get him? Take him away, right? And we got the 3 minifigures there, and they would have finished it off and given us some red over this side.
I prefer the extra figure. I'm all about the figures.
Oh, he's all about the figures. What about you guys?
Yeah, I think I'd go with the figure as well, just because you feel, even if it does look a bit more finished, you tend to think you've got more value if you've got more figures. So
there we go. Well, then Lego made the right decision, didn't they?
Yeah,
and it does look good.
Or what you do is you cut Marek and you put Ezra in instead. That's what I'd prefer.
Oh yeah, Ezra.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing, right? So we've got to get some sets where we get Ezra in it as well. Ezra and of course Thrawn. We've got to get a new Thrawn, don't you think, Sam?
Yeah, it's got to be his Star Destroyer, right? With all the gold in it.
Oh, that would be good. Yeah, because we haven't got a playset Star Destroyer around at the moment, have we?
No.
So
would it be gold or would it be beige? I think it would be beige. It would look like basically it's crashed into Tatooine and then taken off again. There's got to be lacquered gold. I'd say lacquered gold. I'd be happy with that. That would be. I tell you what, that would be good. Give me a Star Destroyer playset.
You put Thrawn in it. You put his little captain guy. You put one of the grandmothers in it.
What was his name? Ergo or something?
Enoch. Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah.
Enoch.
You get some night troopers in there. You get Ezra in there.
Oh, that would be good.
It's a set.
Dude, that would be exciting. Like that would sell like hotcakes.
You put Ahsoka in her white outfit in there because we don't have that.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
I tell you what, as well, they'd have to do a new print on the Stormtroopers, and that would be pretty cool with like the different red,
and the Death Troopers, not just the Stormtroopers, the Death Troopers as well, or the Death Troopers, as we like to say.
God, that scream they made though, that was really quite dark.
I don't remember that.
When they're like the zombie noise, they were sort of doing this sort of really weird sort of thing. It's quite.
Oh, did they? I just remember. I just like the old. The thing that was going on there, I was like,
that's like green glow.
To have zombies in the Star Wars universe is quite cool, isn't it? It's like that is new. That's like, it's weird because it's like it's the old Star Wars, because Rebels is old, folks. Let's face it. But they've put some new stuff to it, which I absolutely love, which is very, very cool. Planet Tech's out there as well. Good to see you, Planet Tech. And what we got? Red Carnage saying, we really need a tubby version of Thrawn. He did have a bit of a belly on him, actually, didn't he? To be fair, which I was a bit surprised about. But that
he doesn't have a gym off on that planet. That's the thing. That's what's holding him back.
That's true. Yeah, maybe that was.
The minifig's the right shape anyway, because it's sort of like that, isn't it? So it's already there.
That's true. Let's get a UCS Ioscion. Oh, imagine that. Oh, I tell you what, right? If they came out with a Star Destroyer playset, right? Which we haven't. I think the last Star Destroyer playset I built was the one with who's I'm thinking Snoke, but that's not his name. Snoke. That's it. With the one with Snoke in it. And they're really good fun to build. Those are. But could you imagine if they come out with that? Then we could then come up with a mock that creates the Ioscion around it.
I think if they do them both in the same set and put it for like, it would be what, 200 and something quid.
Oh, and the rest 250. That's a master builder.
It would get hefty. Yeah,
they could.
But that means they can include all the proper figures in it if they do it at that scale. Indeed. Now the BrickBods folks, just saying, just popping over to our stream. Think we're actually ready on time. So there we go, folks. We are finishing on time as well. So with that, what I want to say is I'm just about to end the poll. We've got 51 votes, which is really cool. Thank you so much. Keep the thumbs coming in, folks. Keep them coming up. Let's see if we can get up to 25 tonight.
How did Carrie do it? Like that, isn't it?
I can't do it at Carrie. Do you know what? I'm gonna do a video with Carrie doing it, and I'm gonna have to do a special one in and around all that. I will. Tonight's question, folks. Tonight's question was: would you like to see Ahsoka's T-shuttle? T-6 shuttle even, made into a UCS ship? No, it's not been around long enough. 47%. Think of the Razor Crest, though. Think of the Razor Crest. I said the same thing, but the Razor Crest is one of the best UCS sets going. Undecided. Not sure. 35%. And yes, we need this. 17%. That's not bad. That's not bad. We will see. Anyway, I enjoyed the play set. Very, very cool. It needs a few plates, just a few plates underneath, just to sort of say there's red there. There really is. The figures, though, are to die for. I asked Sam, would he rather have had more red on the underside and maybe ditch Marek? But no, he wanted the minifigure. What can I say? And so did Gaz as well. He said exactly the same thing. But anyway, folks, on that note, get yourselves over to the BrickBods. They've put the link to their stream in the chat. Say hi to them for me. And on that note, I just want to say thank you for everyone for tuning in tonight. It's been great to have you here, Sam.
Yeah, it's been great fun. Yeah,
I've really enjoyed your company. It's the first time he's been on a London night. Gaz, of course, he's been on loads of my the last couple of months, which has been nice. Gaz, really good to hear your thoughts on Steam as well. I'm looking forward to peeling back a little bit more of that info on Friday as well, folks. And don't forget, if you want to send me your pictures, you've got two different ways of doing it, of course. Email it to me at londonbridgebricks@gmail.com, or of course you can just DM me on Instagram. It's as easy as that. Do it any time of the week, folks. The sooner the better. But anyway, on that note, I just want to say get yourselves over to the BrickBods. Hi to Planet Tech. Goodbye to Red Carnage. Goodbye to Danny Fandoms. Goodbye to Salix. Two Gay Foles have been here for ages. They really have. Minark, Ian Brickbod as well. Carrie, aka the BrickBods. Polar Bricks as well. And of course, BRICKTASTIC UK. Who, of course, I need to get chatted with him a little bit further, actually, for stuff. Good stuff as well, folks. Simon was out there. Ruler. And, of course, we had Simon. And, of course, we had King Oldenoff, to name but a few. Just remember, folks, if you take one thing away from this stream, other than the AHSOKA's T-6 shuttle is actually pretty good, that Lego, it's a wonderful thing. And each and every one of you are too. Take care. Have a wonderful week. And I'll see you Friday for London Calling 193. Good night.